Floyd Shivambu. Do you know how to say his name?
It's Floyd Shivambu. Shivambu, yes, with a V.
Floyd Shivambu.
Yes.
This guy, I used to like him. I still maybe like him. But, they only know Floyd Shivambu because of Julius Malema.
Yes, of course.
Julius Malema is the reason why everybody is talking about Floyd Shivambu.
There's a reason why he's on the political map, I think.
He's a smart boy. I can call him a boy because he's 2 years younger than me. He's a smart boy. But we know him because of Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the star here.
Always.
Julius Malema is actually a bigger star than even Jacob Zuma. Yeah.
Yes.
I can go as far as saying that.
Yes, you're right.
Because even when Jacob Zuma was president of South Africa, even when they would appear in parliament, Julius Malema always stole the show.
Yeah.
Or the EFF party always stole the show. And Shivambu enjoyed the benefits of the attention that he was getting because of Julius Malema.
Yes, and with that, they also became like brothers, I think.
They are brothers.
Yeah.
There's a great thing that Julius Malema said recently, as we all now know that Floyd Shivambu decided to leave the EFF and to join MK. There's a good thing that Julius Malema still said. He still said, he's like my brother. In fact, he's my brother. And usually the constitution of the EFF does not permit that if should a member leave, they can never return. But because Floyd Shivambu is a great figure here, in fact, he's not considered just only as a member, he's one of the founders or
EFF.
perhaps co-founders, yes, of the EFF. So that's a great thing that Julius Malema said about him.
Oh, well, that's good. But also, this Floyd Shivambu, the way he left, it was a great shock to him.
To who?
To Julius.
Go on.
No, I'm just thinking like it was a great shock to him, but I also feel like maybe there was some sort of a disagreement backstage, and they were just trying to, when the announcement was made, they were just trying to put up a good front.
Of course, there was a shock because Julius Malema also said, when I received the letter, he told me about this. I didn't expect it. I didn't know where it was coming from. But regardless, he actually used an expression. He said something about, when I heard this, I felt the same pain that I felt when my mother passed away. That's what Julius Malema said in his press conference, in the EFF's press conference. But I have my opinion on that Floyd Shivambu. And we're going to get into this. Welcome, everybody, to the show. We're talking EFF. We're talking Julius Malema. We're talking the star of the show here. That MK party is a new party. And the fact that Floyd Shivambu has decided to leave MK, a party that's over 10 years old, to me, I find that a little bit stupid. It's very stupid of Floyd Shivambu to have left the EFF.
Especially after all the things that he said about Zuma in Parliament.
Yes. He was part of the freaking movement to get Zuma must fall.
Yes.
These politicians are two-faced. Look, just even after the elections in South Africa, after even the formation of this freaking GNU, Floyd Shivambu was on that newsroom network or whatever. He was on TV in different interviews.
Yeah.
Talking about how we will not join the government of national unity because it's not a government of national unity. It's a coalition of some sort. We are a progressive parties and we will never abandon our vision. Our vision is to liberate the people of South Africa, majority of the people of South Africa who are mostly black. That's our mission. That's our mandate. That's what we want to do. He was out there still talking a big game as the deputy president. Should I say former president, deputy of the EFF. This move, him leaving the EFF, is so sudden even to us.
It could not see that coming at all. So what sort of negotiations were being made? like that? How did he do it? How did it come to the table? Who approached who?
When was the elections?
29th of May.
29th of May.
Yes.
There's an interview where Floyd Shivambu says that they even met, I think, with the MK party even prior to like the formation of the GNU or something like that, where they were discussing things as parties, as EFF and as MK and all this kind of thing. But anyway, I think it was since then already, even before the formation of this freaking GNU in South Africa, Floyd Shivambu knew that he would leave the EFF. You know, there are actually rumors out there that he's been approached by certain businessmen that belong to the MK party that have been able to persuade him to leave the EFF and to join this freaking MK. MK, we don't have any opinion on MK.
No, not right. Yeah.
So far, the MK has been sloppy. So far, the MK has been out here freaking changing their leadership like crazy. They've changed, I think the Secretary General of the MK party has been switched like 5 times.
Jeez.
That is a 6-month-old party.
Why are you changing people like that so many times?
Oh, there's politics there. There's the in and out of courts, and there's legal, there's charges, even there's new charges on Jacob Zuma. There's all this kind of thing. I think it's a question of he's taking jabs and shots towards Julius Malema. Okay, go on.
And that doesn't sound right. I mean, because the way you see them in the parliament and the way they talk, all of them have a say. All of them are able to push that button and say, Madam Speaker.
Which all of them?
Like all the members in parliament for the EFF, all of them have the opportunity to say. But then again, if you're saying authoritative rule, maybe out of parliament, maybe there is a bit of...
That's what he means. He's not talking about in the public eye or who gets to say Madam Speaker. That's not what we mean. We're saying within the party, within the leadership of the EFF, when he was still there as deputy, he says the way that the EFF has been moving, they move on an authoritarian type of pace where Julius Malema wants his things to be the way that he wants, and that the EFF has somehow forgotten its mission or its mandate, its goal to liberate the people. And Floyd Shivambu is trying to say, if it's truly about the liberation of the people, if it's about being a progressive party, it shouldn't really matter people's individual feelings or opinions about certain policies or whatever shouldn't really matter. We're doing this for the good and better of the revolution, of the liberation of the people. But at the same time, or in the same breath, is accusing Julius Malema of being almost like some of these freaking South Africans who don't like to vote for EFF say that Julius Malema is. They call him a dictator. They say if he was to become president, he will be some form of a dictator. It will be some form of a dictatorship type of rule. That's why there's a group of South Africans who don't vote for the EFF.
Yeah, because they're scared of something like that happening.
They accuse Julius Malema of being a little bit too, like a dictator.
Maybe too outspoken and very forceful with the way he wants things to be done. Yeah.
But according to me, the way I see this thing, what Floyd Shivambu did now just rigs. It rigs, man. It
rigs.
Yes, it rigs big time. It just looks like he's a betrayer. Actually, he's being labeled as a betrayer by Julius Malema. I don't think in those specific terms or specific words or whatever, but he's seen, especially the lower leadership or the lower management of the EFF.
Yeah.
They don't really like Shivambu right now, that Floyd, because they see that this one is a betrayer, is a backstabber for him to have left the party like this.
Okay. But no, man, I don't think, the way people leave positions, I mean, obviously something better was given to him. But it's obviously just a shock because he was such an influential person within EFF party.
Influential to who?
Not influential, but he was such an important aspect. He had an important role with Julius Malema within EFF.
He was the chief whip.
Chief whip.
Chief whip, the right-hand man.
Yeah.
The deputy president.
Yeah, so that is why it was such a shock.
Well, it's a shock also especially to the members of the EFF. That's why Julius Malema is out here in different provinces conducting certain press conferences or talks to the rest of the comrades to let them know that this is what's existing right now in EFF, and the EFF party is under attack. It's not under attack necessarily from the DA or from the white man, from other people, but even from this other supposed called progressive party, these newbies on the block, this MK. Yes, they have a big figure among them. They got Jacob Zuma, a former president. They come with a crowd. They got money too. They come with connections, a lot of political influence. In fact, the MK party consists of a lot of experienced people or individuals on the state level. You understand what I'm saying? Even in different sectors. People who've worked, for example, people who know a lot about SARS, people who know a lot about ESCOM, about Transnet, people who know about political landscapes. And they have Jacob Zuma himself, a former president. Jacob Zuma himself knows a lot about the political game. He's been a president.
Yes, of course.
He knows about classified informations and relations and how it should be, how things should run, how to manipulate the public, how to speak in parliament, how to deal with the speakers or the chief of justice, all of that kind of thing. So that party is a serious party to be reckoned with. You understand what I'm saying? They are seen as the main opposition party to the GNU now.
Yeah.
But it's still a newbie. It's only 6 months old.
It's still trying to find its feet.
The EFF is a force to be reckoned with. Is an established party. They've already, they are 10 years old. In fact, I think they were founded in that 2012, 2020, 2013. Yes. So, you know, but I watched that press conference that Julius Malema did in Gauteng as he was addressing some of the members of the EFF forum, the EFF members, where he was really even letting the public know and letting them know that, hey, it's not just Floyd Shivambu
that's leaving.
That might also feel the need to vacate, to depart, to leave the EFF. So
I hope it's not that what's his name, Dlami? Am I pronouncing it right?
Nglozi.
Yes.
Even if Nglozi also leaves, who cares?
Oh, but you'll be good. I hope he stays.
Even Floyd Shivambu, I've liked Floyd Shivambu.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy. He's sharp. He studied, He studied actually political relations, and he's got a lot of traits about him. He studied politics. He's in academia. He's not just a comrade or an individual out there who's got charisma or whatever. He speaks well. In fact, he had the potential to become the Minister of Finance. Even Julius Malema kept on saying it all the time, that if we were to win the elections, if the EFF was to win the government and govern South Africa, he would want Floyd Shivambu to be the Minister of Finance. So that's why they are economic freedom fighters. Just imagine, the EFF stands for Economic Freedom Fighters.
Yes.
Economic Freedom Fighters. That means if you start governing, you will do certain things to improve the economy of the country. So that means you will appoint a specific Minister of Finance. And that particular Minister of Finance would have been Floyd Shivambu. So he's obviously a big asset, a big piece to the whole party that stands for economic freedom.
Yes.
For the people of South Africa. So it's a big shakeup within the EFF. The EFF, or rather Julius Malema as the commander-in-chief, has to come out here and find another exceptional individual who holds the traits that perhaps Floyd Shivambu had this whole time.
Yes.
So that as the EFF, as the economic freedom fighters, they are still able to deliver on the many promises that they've made. That's all based around money. We're talking about economic freedom fighter. We're talking about perhaps then you should have a potential high candidate who would take the post or the position or the title of being a Minister of Finance. That particular Minister of Finance should have been or would have been Floyd Shivambu. The betrayer now is labeled as the betrayer. From us, Pan-Africanist people who know that the message or the vision of the EFF goes far beyond South Africa. We see him as a betrayer. He lacks the bone. He's easily influenced. He was able to be swayed.
Yes, he was
Persuaded. They came out here with money. Renowned secretive businessman perhaps came backdoor, approached him. I mean, he wouldn't just leave a party and then immediately join this other MK party just because he believes their funding manifesto or their policies will really truly liberate the people of South Africa. He was approached. These people are two-faced. Look at his expression. Look how he speaks now. It's also just as convincing as it was when he stood with the EFF, when he called Julius Malema president. I want to greet the president. All of that kind of thing. They speak in terms to convince the public, but the public aren't fools no more. That's why we are out here to make sure that we blow the roof off all of these puppets, actually.
Yes.
They're all puppets.
All puppets.
Yes, the only reason why we support EFF is because we see some form of backbone in Julius Malema.
Yes.
Not because of necessarily everybody within that party. And we are just trusting that under his leadership, a lot of these individuals out here, and at the time, we also believed Floyd Shivambu was gaining the traits, who perhaps had the traits, would follow his leadership. That party has grown. That party came from a lot of ups and downs. Right? It wasn't easy to form the EFF.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The following was not as easy to gain. It was a very rough beginning, but you know they're getting there, and I think that their message and their cause. Slowly, these South Africans, they are going to understand that EFF, you have to give them a chance.
South Africans, a lot of South Africans are already a hopeless case.
Hopeless case?
Yes. You know when Hillary Clinton used to call some of the African Americans deplorables?
Yes.
Some of the South Africans out here are deplorables. I'm telling you the truth. On this platform, or rather on this show, on this podcast, we call a spade a spade. We say it as it is. We touch the nerve.
Yeah.
We go out there and we say it the way that it is. South Africa has lost popularity for a long time now. Not just because of this Chidima case, Miss South Africa, this little girl who was blasted by them.
Yeah.
Not just because of her.
I find that whole Chidima thing so petty of what they did. So petty.
Look, those black South Africans still don't know what they want. They talk before they think. They just talk too much.
Yes.
They are so proud of these things that were built during apartheid days. They haven't built, Black South Africa hasn't built nothing. Black South Africa has only run certain things to the ground.
Yeah.
Like South African Airways, like Eskom, like Transnet, like the Metro, like certain infrastructures, the townships are still alive and well. Some of these townships perhaps has blossomed under the leadership of the ANC.
Yes.
Yes, these townships have blossomed. They have grown in numbers.
And blossoming is not a good thing.
In this particular, we have to use it that way because usually to blossom is to grow.
Yes.
To improve.
Yes.
Yes, these townships in South Africa have improved. They have developed even further under the leadership of the ANC.
Yes.
Yes, even under the leadership of Jacob Zuma. Yes, what did Jacob Zuma do during his presidency that we can look forward to now that he's out here promising us that it will be that the MK is the only party in South Africa that stands to liberate the people of South Africa? What is he going to do that he wasn't unable to do when he was already president? Right?
Yes. What change is he going to do?
They're just out here wanting to gain positions in metros and provinces so that they can keep making money. Corruption was at its highest level during that Jacob Zuma's presidency. Yes. What crap is going on here? We see it. It's right there.
Yes, you're right.
Even this Floyd Shivambu, he's going to come out here and stand there. You know, they just did a press conference to introduce the leadership of the EMK party. They did that thing to present a united front. and they named every single. I think that Floyd Shivambu, they've given him the title of national organizer. So he's going to be out there to really try to really push the MK, to really put branches in place and all this type of stuff to really make this party grow into a party. Because so far, it's only just was formed to get into the game. It's 6 months old. It's a babe. It's a newborn. Cannot even walk yet.
But now, national organizer. That doesn't seem like a worthwhile title to leave EFF for.
So the brains of Floyd Shivambu, he also came out here when he was talking at that press conference to say, I am not the type to be out here to just look for titles. I know I used to be a DP in the EFF, but I don't care even if I have to go there and put up posters.
Yeah.
That's not what I do it for. I want to work with a party that is extremely progressive and that whose vision is truly out here to liberate the people of South Africa. You understand?
Shivambu, they've got something on you. I'm sure that is why you went to MK. I'm sure they have something on you.
What do you mean?
Like there's some, like on, like
Who?
maybe, like MK, maybe they have something on him, like blackmailed. Maybe, because national organizer to spread the word of MK.
To spread the word of MK to help grow the party.
The way he grew EFF.
Yes.
No, man.
The way the way he knows best. We want you to come and join us and bring us the skills that you have, that you know you possess, the skills that you contributed with into the formation of the EFF.
Yes.
The thing is, Floyd Shivambu is not stupid. You don't have to be stupid to be disloyal. You don't have to be stupid to be a snake. You don't have to be stupid to betray people.
Yeah.
Even smart people betray people. Even smart people can be disloyal. Even smart people can jump ships.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jump course. Look, no matter what was happening in the EFF party between Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema and the rest of the leadership, even if things were going up and down within the ambition or the running or the organization of that party, quitting is already a trait of one that is not supposed to be a part of the progressive party.
Yeah, that's true. You should be able to be a fighter.
They should be fighting.
Yeah, you're
They should,
right.
even if he could have come out here first, if whatever dispute or whatever pointers or factors that Floyd Shivambu disagreed with within the EFF, there could have been some sort of press conference while he's still a part of the EFF, while he was still a member, and start to voice certain things here and there so that we, the public, also can be somehow informed. There could have been a situation whereby they try to work these things out. But for Julius Malema to come out here and say it was a total shock, that means you were dealing with a snake.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, he's so, you see, besides the fact that it's pathetic or it's crap, it's good riddance that he has left the EFF. Besides that, you leave the EFF and you go to the MK immediately. So I'm not renewing my membership, and immediately as he's not renewing that membership, is commencing a new one.
Then the very next day.
With another party. So that's not to say that wherever he was, things weren't going the way that he wanted them to go. Because I got another question. Floyd Shivambu, if there was never an MK, where would you be now?
He would still be with EFF.
He would still be with EFF.
Yes.
He would still be the DP. He wouldn't be out here saying, I'm not renewing my membership because the vision is no longer about liberating the people of South Africa. He wouldn't be out here saying that. These puppets love to lie to us, but we are onto them.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? So he's an opportunist. According to Floyd Shivambu, he sees an opportunity with Jacob Zuma. is influenced by the former president.
Yeah.
And all the connections and attributes or advantages that comes with being a part of a party that has a former president as its leader currently. You understand what I'm saying? If there was no MK, Floyd Shivambu would still be with the EFF. It would, otherwise, why didn't you go and join the IFP if they're a progressive party, the UDM if they're a progressive party, any of those people?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yes.
You wanted to know what it's like. You know, maybe you'll find out some more information from
He's
Zuma.
into this for the money. All of these puppets are out here for the money. All these puppets, to some extent, even in that EFF.
Yeah.
Most of these puppets, most of these politicians are out here for the money.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They're not out here really for the liberation of the people. They're not really out here for that.
Yeah.
Even Jacob Zuma. Why is MK formed in the freaking first place? You really think that MK is formed because Jacob Zuma really, truly, from deep down inside him, wants to liberate the people of South Africa at 82 years old?
No.
You really think so?
That is revenge.
It's power,
Yes.
revenge
Yes.
on the ANC for what it did to him in his second term. You understand? Zuma must fall, charging him, all of that kind of thing, arresting him, all of that kind of thing. It's revenge. I'm going to run this party to the ground, this particular ANC. So even the formation of this freaking MK already had vengeance with it.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
It started off with like a sour taste to it. It's like, and it's just so, already there's an MK party, just like that. Yeah.
This particular, who's the person here? Let me read this. Number one, Mzansi. So we have a South African person here. You see that black South Africa that I talk about?
Yeah.
We got one of them here. That number. Can you read that thing? Number Mzansi
Nambo
something.
Mzansi.
Yes.
Julius is a dictator. He couldn't take it anymore.
He's saying that Julius Malema is a dictator and that Floyd Shivambu couldn't take it anymore.
Yes.
But he could take it for 10 years.
That's impossible.
Now he cannot take it anymore because there's an MK. Like I said before, a few minutes ago, if the MK was never formed, would he then be able to still take it?
Yes, he would.
Please say something else, Number Mzansi. Number Mzansi.
Mzansi for sure.
You will never become jobless for nothing. You goes where the money goes.
Yeah.
You look. You think as the deputy president of a party with the perks that comes with being a deputy, a chief whip in parliament, a parliament member. You think that this supposed Floyd Shivambu is just out here being a noble person, an honorable person, just to come out here and leave all those perks, leave that position, leave that title, just to join another party.
New party. A baby.
A 6-month-old baby.
Yeah.
A 6-month-old baby.
Yeah.
In fact, even Jacob Zuma came out here saying, we will not be hosting a lot of press conferences because we have a lot to do.
Yes, you have a lot of things to fix. You have a lot of things to implement.
These press conferences take a lot of money. It's about sponsorships, and it's about spending. And so on. We cannot do that because we need to really form this party. We need to put things in place. You already came out and said that.
Yeah.
Yes. So please, man.
I'm sure his paycheck is not higher than what he was getting in EFF.
Whose paycheck?
Floyd.
It's more.
You think?
Man, we're talking about puppets. We're talking about people who do this, a lot of them for money. So if it's not more, then that means he's an honorable guy.
Just for leaving because he finds that EFF is not well.
He's gonna get more money now than he used to get with the EFF. I'm telling you, if he's not, if his paycheck, there's already rumors that there's certain businessmen out here
that are giving him,
that possibly approached him. Yeah, to persuade him. You know, this takes persuasion.
Yeah, a lot of lunches.
This takes persuasion, this takes influence, this takes people to come out here and convince him to be a part. To be a part.
Yeah.
We need strategic thinkers. We promise you this. Look, you think they're going to come out here in the press conference and tell us what they promised him? Do you think Floyd Shivambu is going to come out here and tell us what they promised him? Never. That's hush, hush. Yeah. Hush money. That's hush, hush. You keep that on the down low. That's for the back end. But leave that 10-year party and come and join this 6-month-old baby. And he does it immediately and he leaves. There's money. It's about money here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's about money here. It's not about just liberating the people of South Africa. What you talking about here, man? Please, man. They're not dealing with fools.
Yes. But yeah, I didn't watch the press conference, but I saw when Floyd Shivambu, he came in and then he went straight to Zuma. And even the way that he shook his hand like all, like submissive. I was like,
to Jacob Zuma.
To Jacob Zuma.
Yes.
I was just like, but the way you were shouting at Zuma in Parliament, this is not the same person. How?
When Julius Malema was expelled from the ANC, when he was the leader of the Youth League, he went with Floyd Shivambu. Floyd Shivambu was also young at the time. But because Floyd Shivambu was working a lot with Julius Malema, they ended up going together, right?
Yeah.
So even though all this friction was happening, Zuma must fall and all this, and he believed in Julius Malema.
Yeah.
Even back then, even when Jacob Zuma was president, Julius Malema was making a lot of noise with his rhetoric. Let's give you that because you guys don't like him. So let's give you with his rhetoric. Yes, his rhetoric is also what made him.
Yeah.
By the way, people with rhetorics are sometimes very real and authentic. We like people who have rhetorics. Yeah, we don't like you people who are too politically correct out here because you guys are liars.
Yeah, it's too scripted.
Too scripted, too Cyril Ramaphosa-like.
Yeah.
Too scripted. We want people who are real, people who are out here to say it and to call it as it is.
Yeah.
This Floyd Shivambu is a snake. For him to come out here straight after this freaking election of this GNU, when he sees that now the EFF went from becoming a third party to a fourth party, and then he sees that Jacob Zuma and MK is here, he quickly jumps ships. This is a snake. We don't need snakes in the EFF.
Yes.
Look, we will continue to support the EFF because their message is loud and clear. These promises that MK is making left, right, and center, it's too good to be true.
They are still just promises. They have not done anything yet.
They are still a party that has one of the biggest corruptors in the game as the president.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Should the MK win and be able to govern South Africa, under whose leadership would they do that? Under the leadership of Zuma must fall.
Of course.
Under the leadership of the person who's been there before. Under the leadership of the person who you, black South Africa themselves, you went out and marched and put up big boards and signs and say Zuma must fall. Grown-ups don't change easily, huh? What the hell is this?
Yes.
You want to tell me that a 60-year-old person can come up here and have a change of heart at 60, at 70, he's turned a new leaf. No more corruption, no more. This is a new Jacob Zuma.
Yeah.
And when I tell you this time, I want to do it like this. In Black South Africa, the gullible Black South Africans jump up and believe.
Yeah, because they're probably thinking, he's not in power now. Maybe he's had a reflection. He's had a change of heart. No, wait till he's in power again. It will automatically just come back. The corruptor will come back.
I don't actually like the fact that a president who's been there before is going back in there. Like even this Kamala Harris in America. What did you do as vice president?
That's why.
Isn't being a vice president an important position?
Yes, it is.
Aren't you able to make big drastic changes that improves the way of lives of the people? So what the hell? What have you done? Nothing. Nothing. So now you're going to be the president. You want to be the president. And now you're out here making promises. Crap. We don't believe. Only the gullible public believes it. Only people who are unable to think critically for themselves believe these puppets when they come out here and give more promises. The MK will be a better party than the ANC, even though it will have a president that was once the president of the ANC, who you South Africans themselves said he must go.
Yes.
So now suddenly he'll be better.
Yeah, and there's been allegedly charges against him.
New ones.
New ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, these puppets are out here conducting the states of the country as a freaking business. And personal feelings between all of it, left, right, and center. Yes, state capture happened during the presidency of that Jacob Zuma. Yes, state capture. And he wants the power back.
Yes.
It's about egos. It's about egos. You understand what I'm saying?
It's always been about egos, especially with African politicians, especially.
Floyd Shivambu, born on January 1st, 1983 in Mlambelelo, Limpopo province. So he's a Limpopo boy also. Just like his brother that he betrayed.
Yes.
Just like Julius Malema. They're Limpopo guys, these guys. You understand? Floyd Shivambu grew up in a political conscious environment. He pursued higher education at the University of Witwatersrand?
Wits.
Yeah, Witwatersrand.
Wits,
Why are these universities still holding these Afrikaans names in South Africa?
Wits University?
What is this name here?
Yeah, it's Witwatersrand.
Isn't that Afrikaans?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a popular one. It's a very good one.
Why are these? I'm not talking about its academic ability. I'm just saying, why do we have a situation where Black South Africa has been in power for freaking 30 years, and even some of these freaking universities out here still have these Afrikaner names like Wits. How do you say this freaking name?
Wits.
Witwatersrand.
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 Yes.
In Gauteng.
Yes.
Is it in Gauteng?
White Waters Rand.
Yes. That's a discussion to also bring up. They need to get rid of all these freaking Afrikaans names. Talking about Afrikaans names,
Yes.
you said something about Afrikaners.
Afrikaners, yes.
Yes, please go there before we go back to this snake of Floyd Shivambu.
Yes. Speaking about things that, things have been creeping up. I didn't even know that there was another sort of a town just like Orania.
Orania.
Just like Orania.
Just for context's sake,
Yeah.
because in case some South Africans come to watch this, Orania is a white and only town in your South Africa, and you Black South Africans love it. You Black South Africans love the fact that there's a white and only town in South Africa. You do absolutely nothing about it. You love it so much. All you care about is who Miss South Africa should be. You don't care about your land. You don't care about race. You don't care about none of that. You would rather attack one of your own than to stand up for what's right, than to stand up for a piece of land, than to get rid of that apartheid system town called Orania in Northern Cape next to Orange River. By the way.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so when you say that one, Orania, that one is in next to Orange River.
Orania.
Orania.
Yeah.
So now this one called Kleinfontein. Kleinfontein is in Gauteng province.
Kleinfontein.
Kleinfontein.
Yeah, Kleinfontein.
Yes. So that one is now in Gauteng province.
That Gauteng is also known as Johannesburg.
Yes, exactly.
These names all changed after that 1994. Because it was just Johannesburg first, and then they came with all these different names, and they carved up South Africa in different freaking provinces.
Yes, exactly.
Durban to KwaZulu-Natal and all this type of stuff, and Gauteng. Yes, in Johannesburg.
Yes, in Johannesburg. So this one is a pretty small one. It is, but they are kind of like more different to Orania. Orania is sort of accepted, but this one, they are more authoritative, Kleinfontein, because they are a gated. Orania at least allows people to drive through and see the place.
To visit
the people of other color. You
better say the color.
Yeah. So Orania, they don't mind black people going in and looking through it.
That's how you have to speak. Yes. we see color here.
Yes.
And our audience are not stupid. So when we're talking about a black person, we will say we're talking about a black person. When we're talking about a white person, we'll say we're talking about a white person. Yes.
Yes.
If they're too childish to freaking understand that or to allow us to speak like that, we couldn't give a crap. We are authentic about it.
Yeah.
So Orania allows black people to drive in at least to see.
Yeah, to come and view the place, you
This
know.
supposed Klein-Fontaine,
They are a gated community with 24-hour security.
24 hours security.
24-hour security. There's like a boom gate on both sides where you come in and out, and there's somebody in there. They will look, who are you? Out.
They will look to see whether you are black or white.
Exactly.
And if you black, U-turn.
Yes.
If you white, perhaps, sorry, hi, how are you today? How was your lovely day?
Yeah, that
Come
is
in.
what they do.
Come in. How do you say come?
Kom binne.
Come banner. In that Klein-Fontaine. Yes. And black South Africa is still out here sleeping. They couldn't give a crap. You know, that black South Africa wouldn't mind if one day the Afrikaners come out here and say, we will take the entire freaking Western Cape.
Jeez.
And it will be a white and only freaking province. But with the way things are going in South Africa, first they're starting with small town. We'll take Orania, or we'll take Klein-Fontaine. And they're literally saying, you are not allowed here.
Yeah.
We're not talking about running municipalities only. No, we're not talking about like through elections either. There's no votes. There's just a decision that's made off the top. But some people out there,
Yeah.
although the black people are in power, although the ANC is in power, it's the government of national unity, although it's Cyril Ramaphosa, who cares? Just some powers that be out there. Just decide.
It's individuals that just decided, no, we don't want this. We don't want to be part of the new government that's about to form.
Which government?
They're back in 1994.
Oh yeah, back in 1994.
Yeah.
In 1991 when they made that Orania.
Yes.
So yeah.
And
Okay.
Klein-Fontaine, that was established in 1992.
What do you mean it was established?
Yes, they created this. It was so quiet, but they only became back into the newspapers is because there's the city of the provinces around Klein-Fontaine, their taxes are going up because Klein-Fontaine, they refuse to pay any taxes on land and things like that.
Those white folks in Klein-Fontaine,
Yes.
South Africa, Johannesburg, refused to pay tax on land.
Yes, so obviously the municipality, they need to get that money somewhere. So the towns around it, their taxes are going up because the way that they have built their houses in Klein-Fontaine is not according to the zoning laws of South Africa. Yes, so this is where Orania and Klein-Fontaine are different. Orania participates in, they have created that thing under the South African law. They have sort of
They sort of followed the principles and laws and rules and regulations of the law book of South Africa.
Exactly.
Although they don't report to them, but they
No.
sort of did that.
yes.
Understand? And they're still somehow saying you can come and visit, but don't sleep here. Go back home.
Yes, exactly.
Go back to Guguletu.
Yes.
Go back to Langa or to Alexandra.
Yeah, so they've avoided any sort of legal courtroom situations.
Or attention, major attention on them.
Yes, exactly.
From the government side at least, because maybe they still paid their tax or maybe they abide by certain things. But they
Yeah.
were able to still survive and they're still around.
Yeah.
That Orania.
Yes.
But Orania also, it's because it was founded by, what was that? I forgot the name.
Hendrik Verwoerd.
Yes, Hendrik Verwoerd, who had a
Yes.
lot of political connections.
That is
Understand?
also the big difference.
That's a freaking big difference.
Yes, he protected the opening of that Orania.
He made
in a
Black
way.
South Africa sign certain freaking documents.
That's for
You see
sure.
the same way colonizers from imperialistic countries went to West Africa or most of Africa and said, if you want independence, you must sign these colonial pacts. Some of those Afrikaners like Hendrik Verwoerd made Black South Africa sign certain documents to say, you shall never touch Orania.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But now the fact that also Klein-Fontaine, they also have statues of Hendrik Verwoerd all over the town. They also have, they use the same Eskom, but they don't use Eskom people from Gauteng to come and check the meter. They used only the people inside. They trained the people inside Kleinfontein to be the electricians for Eskom.
They do their own thing.
They do their own thing. Although the only thing from our side they use from South African law is Eskom. Everything else is just them, and maybe the money. But you know, they are
in 1992.
They were formed in 1992.
Are they still alive and well now?
Yeah, they started, I think, with 600 residents, and now they're only about between 1,000 and 2,000 residents.
They don't want too many people.
No.
So this is probably the creme de la creme of Afrikaners.
Yeah, I don't know.
The creme de la creme, or the highest degree of freaking total race discrimination types of Afrikaners that are out there saying, not too many Afrikaners also, huh?
Yeah, but they've actually, because of the court cases and people, the city of Johannesburg taking them into court, they have now been rendered as an illegal formation. So
that entire
Kleinfontein is it's like an illegal thing that's been formed. It's like a township, like a squatter camp type of thing that they've been doing. That's what I think it is.
But they still have these gated boom gates.
They still have the gated boom gates, and they've still built schools. They've still built everything in that little place. They have their own church community. They built their own mall. Everything that they've done there is by themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure they will build all that stuff. What other type of info they around about them?
No, it's just about them compliance with the national laws.
So when did they form? When did they announce that they are an illegal whatever town or establishment?
They have actually
When did the court come out here and say you people you're not allowed to be here because you don't pay your taxes?
2021 only, which is the shocking thing. But then the fact that nothing has been done about it, they have recently just come back into the thing, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, saying that nothing happened to them. They are still there, and the taxes hasn't been changed.
They're still paying low tax.
Yes.
But they're still there.
They're still there.
And it's smaller than Orania.
Yes, it's smaller than Orania.
In Gauteng.
But they are facing more heat than what Orania is.
Orania is not facing any heat.
Orania is just protected because Orania has built their thing surrounding the South African laws.
Orania hasn't faced any heat. The only types of heat that Orania has faced is social media types of heat.
Yes.
It's only us coming out here saying it's not right that there's a white and only town in South Africa. That's the only type of heat that Orania has faced. And it'll probably be the only type of heat that it will ever face because of how it was founded in the first place in that 1991 by that Hendrik Verwoerd or whatever that guy is, who had major political ties.
Of course.
It's a bigger town. And it's out here. Everybody's made so many noise about it. Cyril Ramaphosa couldn't come out here and say shit about it.
He cannot touch that place.
He's a puppet for them. He's their puppet. Black South Africa is a puppet for the apartheid system still.
Yes. But the Kleinfontein ANC...
Hello.
For Kleinfontein, ANC and the DA have denounced that place.
Black South Africa enjoys being a puppet. Black South Africa enjoys pretending. Black South Africa loves the idea of just enjoying, according to them, the supposed perks that the apartheid system built. Black South Africa has a big mouth when it comes out here to tell the rest of Africans, leave our country, get out of here, go back to yours. Black South Africa even has the audacity to come out here and say, why do you want us to be a part of this supposed Africa Unite movement, this African unity, this whole idea and principle that you guys are out here trying to form, you Pan-Africanisms, you Pan-Africanists. You guys are out here trying to create a united Africa. Black South Africa is out here saying it full force.
It's ridiculous.
They're out here saying, no, we don't want to be a part of this African unity that you people are fighting for. Leave us alone. Create it first. Those ones The ones that are so freaking gone in their head, there's almost no hope for them, these ones. These are the ones that said they are possible. If you could put a term on them, they are deplorables, these ones. They love the idea of being laid by them. Hello, what?
Deplorables is a big word. You must say they're dof.
Dof. No, you see, if you say they're dof, it doesn't hit them. They couldn't care. They will say, no, you dof. You see, if you say, you stupid. Say, no, I'm not stupid. You stupid. They'll return the same word, the same term towards you.
It becomes like a childish game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a black South African out here praising someone like an Ibrahim Traore.
They're very rare to find in the comments.
When the rest of Africa is out here really praising and upholding and supporting the movement that's happening in West Africa between Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, you don't hear any black South Africans out here supporting that, sharing that confederation. They're not in for that. These black South Africans, I believe that they're already living the dream. With a little bit of shit that they already have over there, they think they are living the dream. According to some of them, they've reached the pinnacle of what they can ever achieve. Yes, it's true. That's why they don't see the potential of what they can perhaps have if they should really truly stand up and fight for their rights. They are willing to live in a South Africa that has bits and places, different towns that belongs to the Afrikaners.
And say that blacks are not allowed in this day and age, in your country.
If there was an Orania built in Kenya, the Gen Zs would come out here and do something about it.
That would only last for 1 second.
If there was an Orania hidden or secretively built in Burkina Faso, the Burkina people will be out here to protest against it. An Orania or a Klein-Fontaine can only but exist in a black South Africa because the black South Africans are the type to sit around and do absolutely nothing about such issues. They are already satisfied with the breadcrumbs that they already have.
That's very, very true.
That's why, even though they have these freaking low sheddings and water problems and all this kind of crap, they're still chilling.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing.
They're still doing ampiana.
They don't do nothing. They only come out here and protest for the individuals. That's why they only had that, let's go and protest. Why are they saying Zuma must fall? They go and protest for an individual. They don't protest for systems to change. Black South Africa is out here only protesting for their favorite individuals, not for systems to change. That's why when there's a system like Orania or Klein-Fontaine, what in only towns, black South Africa couldn't give a crap. They don't have time for that. They only out here to protest for Chidima must go. We don't want Chidima to be Miss South Africa. But when it comes to major things to change the system, black South Africa doesn't have the backbone for it.
Yes.
They are not Gen Zs. They're not from Kenya.
Yes. They don't follow through and push the paperwork through and fight for that.
They don't have the spirit, the relentlessness. They see a world where it's only but that particular southern part of South Africa. They don't even care about making sure that that country has a name.
Oh, because it's just a location.
Yeah, South Africa is a location. It's not a name.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Do you know what's the saddest thing? Is the fact that out of South Africa came the world's biggest icon, Nelson Mandela. And with that should have been, so many things should have happened. The people themselves should have been out here acting almost like Nelson Mandela came from them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nelson Mandela came out here and he was for everyone. And he was very quick to forgive people. He wanted to just move on. The spirit of Madiba. But those children of Madiba are the rebels of the systems that Madiba himself stood for.
Yeah.
Madiba wouldn't be out here chasing other Africans out. He wouldn't do that.
He would not allow that xenophobic behavior.
Xenophobic behavior, big times.
Yeah.
It's in the traits.
Yeah.
Only people who have a low self-esteem or who are dealing with insecurities within themselves will come out here and say, don't come here and take my job. Because if you really truly had the traits or the qualifications, the boss would see that it's you he must hire.
Yes, your job is safe as long as you do the work that you're supposed to be doing and excelling in it yourself.
For a Nigerian to come out here and take your job, it means that particular Nigerian is more qualified than you.
It's very simple. It's got nothing to do with the nationality.
It's about skills. It's about brains here. It's about character.
Yes.
It's about performance. It's not about nationalities here. It's about money. When an employer is out here, an employer wants to hire the best person for the job, the right man for the job. Not because you are from this country. No, it doesn't work like that when it comes to business.
Yeah.
So when these South Africans or black South Africans come out here and say they're out here, they're taking out jobs, they're doing this, they're doing that, it's a spirit of jealousy. They don't have a spirit of entrepreneurship. They don't have a business mind. They don't have that work ethic that Nigerians have.
Yeah. That's true.
Some people will say, Patrick, that's below the belt. Come on now. No, look here. We want Africa to unite.
Yes.
Because we want Africa to unite, we will also simultaneously call out individuals or countries that are opposed to that dream. You understand? The reason why we're blowing the roof off of this black South Africa that's out here with these xenophobia traits is because it's the spear that goes against our message, our core mission of Africa to unite. Should any other African country come out here and oppose unity and act xenophobic, we will be calling them out to left, right, and center. Because the mission is for Africa to unite.
Yes.
For all Africans to unite. And just like we said in the previous podcast, when we say Africa unite, we're not necessarily saying, let's hold each other by the hand and walk through the freaking malls, or let's walk through the park. Africa unite means these supposed governments must start to work together.
Yes.
National security, or in this case, create some form of security within African countries.
Yes, some sort of an agreement that will look after each other.
Yes, protection first, security first, safety first. Ukraine can come out here and feel the need to go into Mali. The imperialistic countries or French can come out here and feel the need to go into Burkina Faso, to go and bomb a freaking state house in Ivory Coast in 2010. Things like that.
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying? If we are united as Africans, maybe we should start saying, we need African governments to unite.
Yeah.
So that if African governments unite, they would think about the importance of stuff like security and stuff. When you just say Africans unite, some of these deplorables out here don't get it.
They think that we must start living together in the same house.
They think that we must get married.
Yeah.
They think that I must take your chick. No, you want the Nigerians to come out here and take our chicks. What? No, it's not that. Black South Africa, like I said before, it's the South African black woman that loves the Nigerian men so much. Yes, it's not the other way around. You don't see Nigerian chicks out here wanting the South African men. No way. Because now they know that the Nigerian man is a hustler. The Nigerian man is out there. He's fighting for, Nigerian men, they do it. So they confuse the spirit of unity big time.
Yes.
Unity needs to happen at a very governmental level. Security first. Why the hell is there freaking US base in Botswana? Why is it? All the freaking neighboring countries to Botswana should come out here and say, Botswana, what the hell are you allowing this freaking base here?
Yeah.
Don't you know that you are allowing certain weaponry in here that these people can one day feel the need to freaking take you over? There's nothing you can say when a US base is in your country.
Yeah. You have to you are listening to US. That is it.
Yes, because it's obvious. Wherever there's an US base in any African country, you must know that the US is in complete control of the political system of that freaking country, man.
Of course, man.
Of course. What are these people going to take? That's why you have Meg Whitman advising President William Ruto in Kenya. Even these ambassadors, never mind a base, never mind weaponry, never mind arms. Even just American ambassador, the American ambassador to South Africa, the American ambassador to Niger, or the American ambassador, not to Niger because Niger came out here and said bounce.
Yes.
The American ambassador to Rwanda, to Namibia, to those particular ambassadors are the leaders of those freaking countries.
Yes, man.
Because that's where the word comes, diplomatic channels, right? From the top. When they say, hey, we need them to send 1,000 troops to Haiti. The ambassador of the U.S. to Kenya knows about that. Meg Whitman will sit with Zakayo and tell him, hey, this is the new drill. This is the new plan. This is what you must do. This came, and you know, it's them that always say it. This came from the top.
Yeah, this is. I'm just a messenger.
Yes, these ambassadors are out here telling these African puppets that, hey, this is what you must do. This is what you must do. This came from the top. Yes.
And all that African politician or puppet must just say, okay, I'll get on it.
He has no choice.
Yes.
If he opens his mouth to speak out here, we shall cut all aid. The puppets shiver.
They will jump.
Cut aid? What am I going to do without this aid? I'm relying on some of this aid to pay back the loan that my previous president took as a loan from the IMF. Yes.
Yes. Very simple, man.
Yes. So we still stand, by the way, with the EFF.
Yeah, full force.
Yes. We're not out here to jump ship. We're not out here advocating for MK. Although we know that they should be, in a perfect world, in a perfect South Africa, there should only be one progressive party. There shouldn't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. UDM, what are you doing? In Inkatha Freedom Party, what are you doing? Are you even a progressive party? Or were you founded by the Oppenheimers as well? Suspect, all these other ones. We need one progressive party. The fact that there's so many progressive parties out here is pathetic.
Yeah.
It's like, where should the people go? You people can't even come together as progressive parties in South Africa and join forces because of egos.
That is the only reason why.
And as a result, you have the public, you have black South Africans also dispersed.
Divided.
And also, so therefore, you cannot really take over the freaking DA. You can't do nothing because you progressive leaders are full of egos. You want to do things separately. You want the paychecks. You want the titles. You want the ministerial positions. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that black South Africa, we need one progressive party. We don't need EFF, MK, UDM, IFP. There's some parties that we don't even know of. That Musi Maimani also created some sort of progressive party. There's so many freaking progressive parties in South Africa. It's unbelievable. Guess what? Black South Africa is dispersed among all of them. That's why we keep saying out here that Black South Africa doesn't know shit and they don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
Because they should be out here trying to be decisive on a political party, a progressive one, and follow that one.
Yes.
They are easily swayed. Today you are a part of the ANC, tomorrow you are a part of the EFF, and now you are a part of the MK. Black South African is just following all over the place. They don't know which way to vote.
Yes.
But the DA and the white folks are out here saying, Orania will stay, Glenfontaine will stay, the DA will stay.
DA, they're against Klein-Fontaine.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
No. I'm not saying the DA is for Klein-Fontaine. I'm just saying that the white man over there is out there just standing firm
Oh, yeah.
on what they want. You understand
They
what
are
I'm saying?
stamping their thing. What they believe, they stamp it into the ground.
They're not being swayed
Yes.
by different parties, like the Freedom Front and the DEA. You don't see them going.
Yeah, they straight and narrow.
Yes, it's only black South Africa who keeps jumping ships. Some black South Africans will come out here and jump ships from EFF to MK just because Floyd Shivambu left EFF and went to MK. That means these particular black South Africans never read the funding manifestos, never really followed the EFF because of the policies and the visions that it holds or what it wants to achieve for black South Africa.
Yes.
They're out here following individuals.
Yeah, it's not the individual that makes the party. No.
But they are an individualistic type of country. This is why they also don't want to unite. They don't want to be a part of a united Africa. Because even within South Africa themselves, South Africa is known to be one of the most unequal country on the freaking planet. Number one. You see, all these freaking facts that we're saying here is true. It's not like we're just blowing smoke.
Yeah, that has been researched, yes.
That Floyd Shivambu. Anyway, let's go. He studied at Wits University.
Yes.
So we were talking about Wits University. What the hell does Wits University still have an Afrikaans name? Anyway, keep it. We don't care. where he obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Studies and International Relations, followed by an honors degree in Political Studies. That Floyd Shivambu. That's why MK came out here and said he's a political animal. He knows his things politically. He knows how to persuade. He knows how to go about things. He knows the system. He knows which corridors to walk through.
Yes.
We want him. We shall send certain businessmen towards him to persuade him to join us, the MK. Even though we're only about a 6-month-old party, he will leave that particular EFF that's 10 years old for us. Money speaks. You must put your money where your mouth is, because he studied those freaking political studies at Wits University. Followed, his academic background provided him with a solid foundation in understanding the complexities of South African politics. His background provided him with the fundamentals of understanding South African politics. That Floyd Shivambu. The only reason why Floyd Shivambu is getting our attention now, and the only reason why we're talking about him now, is because we are trying to get you guys to understand why MK wants him so desperately.
Yes. What was the attraction?
Yes. So they want him. They say, hey, come here, we'll give you more money. So there's absolutely no way that somebody who studied, somebody who has perhaps the traits of knowing the South African political landscapes, will leave his 10-year-old party and join a new baby one.
Yes.
They know that this is perhaps a valuable asset and we need him in our corner. And valuable people know how valuable they are. They don't just accept to be called and then they jump for less money. Or for a less title. They'll come out here and give him a lower title, like national organizer, to fool the freaking public.
Yes.
Understand what I'm saying?
But he has more of a say.
But in the back end, you must know these titles, there's ways to negotiate all these things. Perhaps they'll say, that's your title, don't worry about the title, South Africa will talk too much, but your money will be so much. The perks, bro. The perks, that's where you really enjoy.
That's where the difference is.
That is what will persuade you to leave that juju, that EFF. The perks will speak louder. You understand? They're out here convincing these puppets in any way they can. Shivambu's entry into politics was marked by his involvement in student activism. He was a prominent figure in South African Student Congress and later became involved in the ANC Youth League. His intellectual approach and strong oratory skills quickly earned him a reputation as a formidable politician with the ANC structure. That's him. I wanted to see the comparison between the two, between Shivambu and Malema. Yes, Malema is an animal of his own, but he has the
charisma.
He has the charisma. You know what is actually true is it doesn't matter what you study or for how long you study or how many freaking degrees you have below your belt. If you don't have freaking charisma, if you don't have what it takes, if you don't have the oomph, if you don't have the X factor, you will never succeed. You understand? There's power and there's authority. Some people are born with authority. They don't need to have studied for them to speak for people to hear. That's what Julius Malema has. Perhaps maybe Floyd Shivambu went to school to Wits University and studied politics and all this kind of thing. Perhaps on paper he's got something, but when it comes to having that swag, that charisma, that authority, that talent, that thing that you were born with, if you were built for this, we're talking about two different people here.
Yes, because someone can be an academic, but you don't have it. You don't have that oomph.
It's not in your tone.
Yeah.
It's not even in the way you stand.
Yes.
That's why sometimes you see some geeks say, this one, I'll not date this one. but that one is smart.
Yes.
Say, this one is smart, huh? Look at those 4 eyes. Those 4 eyes are smart. But there's no swag. But there's no public speaking traits, perhaps. There's no style. That's why all of these geeks, they don't have style.
Yeah.
You can't have it all, huh? Anyway, Julius Malema, born on March 3rd, 1981, in Limpopo province, had a different path to politics. Unlike Shivambu, whose early activism was rooted in academia, Malema's political journey began at a much younger age. He joined the African National Congress at the age of 9. Very young,
9.
9 years old.
Jeez.
At 9 years old, that's when Julius Malema joined the ANC.
How is that even possible at 9?
Did he sign something? Or was he just hanging around?
He was just there in the background.
He was just wearing the cap
Yeah.
and the t-shirts.
Yes.
Say, we know this one.
He hung the posters.
Yeah, he's a comrade. He's always out on the field. Quickly rising through the ranks of the ANC Youth League, Malema's fierce rhetoric and charismatic leadership style made him a popular figure among the youth, and he became the president of the Youth League. You know, I think I'm a freaking genius.
Why?
Because I was just talking about here saying how it doesn't matter what the freaking hell you've studied. It's about charisma, and it's about style. It's about this and that. And the next freaking line when I read now about Julius Malema, he possessed those particular things I was saying.
Yes.
And I didn't read this before. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I get you.
What made Julius Malema become the president of the Youth League? Perhaps I should read it again. Malema's fierce rhetoric and charismatic leadership style made him a popular figure among the youth.
Yes.
And he became the president of the ANC Youth League in 2008.
Wow.
His rhetoric, his charismatic style, way of lead. Not what he studied, not his academia, not the fact that he went to Wits University. He didn't go to Wits like Floyd Shivambu. He just had the charismatic style.
Yes. Because it's the way you talk. It's all got to do with the way you talk and the way you carry yourself.
Yes.
It's very simple.
The guts.
Yes.
A leader is supposed to have guts. Floyd Shivambu hasn't led anything. He hasn't led nothing.
Yeah.
He's only been by the deputy. And you're a deputy because me, Malema, I appointed you. I took the guts. I had the guts to say, fine, I will argue with this leadership of the ANC. He's the president of the Youth League and he's disputing himself with the leaders of the freaking party until he's expelled and he goes and he forms his own party. That's a leader right there, somebody who can build something and do something.
Yes.
You can't compare him to the somebody he himself appointed as deputy in Shivambu.
Yeah.
No matter whether he's in academia, whether he studied politics and international relations, South African politics and all that, doesn't matter. You need to have certain leadership and charismatic style for you to gain popularity or to be voted for.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do people like Donald Trump so much? I don't know what the hell he studied.
No, it's because of the way he talks, man. The way he grabs your attention. No matter if you like him or not. No matter if you support Donald Trump or not, you will watch his press conferences. You will watch his rallies.
The authenticity is
there. It's real.
Malema pursued a degree in youth development through the University of South Africa, UNISA, but was primarily known for his political activism rather than his academic achievements. His leadership in the ANC Youth League was characterized by a militant approach towards such as land reform and nationalization, which often brought him into conflict with the ANC's senior leadership. Understand? The kid was out here as the Youth League leader saying, look here, you people at the top. It's about the land.
Don't focus too much on the other things.
Yes, man. As a young man, Julius Malema was out here telling the leadership of the ANC when he was still a member, listen, you old folks, it's about the land. It's not about anything else. It's not about being able to go to the same restaurants with the white man. That doesn't mean nothing. It's about us being in possession of the land. We need to go into some form of land reform.
Yes.
We need to possess the land and nationalize them.
Yes, start from scratch.
Yes, and use them for the good and better of the entire country. Can you read that? Can you read that comment?
Yeah. Sounds Liema. Liema, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Sounds a little biased. While you all guys were criticizing Zuma while he was president, saying he was uneducated, but the guy had charisma. Even now, as an old man, he's still on top of Malema.
No, look here. First of all, when you say you guys, I don't think you're talking to us, right?
No, I don't think so.
Because we never called Jacob Zuma out for being uneducated.
No.
We never did that. And you are right in terms of Jacob Zuma has charisma. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I know that. Even the songs, even the way he sings and all that kind of
Even
thing.
that dancing.
Yes, even at that age. We know that the guy has charisma. We love people with charisma. Yes. By the way, we're not out here saying people should be educated only. You understand?
It's not about the education.
It's not about education.
No.
I mean, to some extent it is. But it's not fully only about education. You need to have the charisma. So I'm glad you used the word little bias because there's room for improvement in your understanding there. Yes, maybe you heard certain things that sounded like we were biased, but we are not. We are not against Jacob Zuma, by the way. We know and we recognize the fact that during his presidency there was a lot of things that were questionable, although it was never proven in a court of law that he committed corruption with the Guptas or whatever it was, or state capture. So we reserve the right to say, hey, we cannot say, but we know the type of South Africa that was when he was president. You understand? We are not criticizing him for that. You can say he's still on top of Malema. Even as an old man. What, you wanted him to be on top of Malema as a young man? No. Of course he can, on top. What is on top?
I don't know if on top means he's
More popular, more successful. Of course, he's a senior.
Yeah, he was a president.
He was a president.
Yes.
He's 82 years old. Malema is 43.
His political career is much bigger than Julius Malema.
Started way before Malema's.
Yes.
So we're not comparing Malema to Jacob Zuma. I don't know where you heard it from. Liama. Nobody's comparing Malema to Zuma.
No.
No. That's not even a comparison.
We are just talking about EFF manifesto and the baby political party of MK that is just formed.
Yes, and at the same time, we are trying to draw back to the presidency of the current president of MK, who's Jacob Zuma. His presidency was a certain type. Are you South African? How was your South Africa during the rule or the presidency of Jacob Zuma? Please speak there. Do you want him back in power? Do you want him to, since you say we're being a little bit biased and all that kind of thing, what, are you an MK supporter? Who are you voting for next time? You understand what I'm saying? What's your political stance? You understand? In terms of Jacob Zuma and Julius Malema possesses a certain, he's coming out here with a certain message that shows potential for liberating the black South Africans.
Yes.
Yes. Jacob Zuma was never forceful when it came to land reform. So why suddenly now they'll do some form of land reform? Julius Malema, even as a youth, in that youth league, he was still criticizing the seniors of the ANC regarding land reform.
And Jacob Zuma was one of the seniors.
At least Julius Malema's position or rhetoric hasn't changed since he was the president of that youth league. He got in trouble because he kept on calling out the senior members of the ANC regarding land reform. And it's still the same message now. The main mission, repatriation of land without compensation, it's still the same.
Yeah.
Anywho. Roles in the ANC, the partnership between Shivambu and Malema began. Okay, so now this is the relationship, right? Roles in the ANC Youth League between Shivambu and Malema.
Oh, okay.
The partnership between Shivambu and Malema began in earnest during their time in the ANC Youth League. Malema as the president and Shivambu as the spokesperson became the faces of the more radical and controversial ANC Youth League. They were both vocal advocates for the nationalization of mines and the expropriation of land without compensation, policies that would later become central to the EFF's platform. Yeah. So they both for that.
Yes.
So the thing is, you, Floyd Shivambu, when you now go to this MK, what are you going to stand for?
Has your political views changed? Are you not for land reform anymore?
Are you truly going to push that message? Because that's how you grew up.
Yes.
Yes. When you were the spokesperson in the ANC Youth League, next to your president, Julius Malema,
Yeah.
You guys all advocated for land reform without compensation, repatriation of land without compensation. Now that you've been recruited, or should I say bought, by the MK party, are you still going to forcefully push that message, that policy?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because naturally, if you believe in something, it shouldn't change
If
just
he's-
because you went to a different party.
If he's the revolutionary that he claims to be,
Yeah.
because he claims to be leaving this EFF party and joining the MK because he's saying the spirit of revolutionary is somehow dying in the EFF. I'm going to MK because that spirit is alive and well. We have like-minded people out there. Yes. He seems to that Floyd Shivambu is playing with fire with his political career because he's now joined a party that is full of veterans. He's joined a party that is full of people who have a lot of experience now on the political level, in different sectors, like we spoke about in ESCOM, in Transnet, in all of these different sectors, in SARS. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he will be he needs to be very strong-minded if he will still stick to the ideology and the reason why he got in politics in the first place. Because
Yes.
now he's in the midst of certain people who are his leaders. He's not a part of the leadership. He's just a national organizer. There's people above him and all that kind of thing. He will have to stand strong and truly be. He claims to be a revolutionary. He claims to still want to uphold that. That's his vision, to liberate the people. His mission, since he was the freaking spokesperson of that ANC Youth League, was for him to one day see a South Africa that has repatriated its land without compensation for the good and better of South Africans. Now let's see.
Yeah.
He's in the lion's den now,
Yes.
without
because
even knowing.
he was a decision maker in EFF. And now
He's not a decision maker now.
he's a yes boss.
Yes.
Yes, boss. I will do it.
And he's
But-
going to pray that these particular people that he's now following will really stick to their word and they'll do as they promise, as they swayed him. You know, those particular MK leaders, they know that Floyd Shivambu, you can never return back to the EFF.
Yeah, even though Julius said the door will always be open. It's not. I'm sure it's not going to be open.
Even if that door will be open, you will not want to run back with the tail between your legs over there. We know that we have you now.
Yes, because you move publicly.
Yes, the public knows now that you are with us. Whatever the MK has promised Floyd Shivambu, the MK reserves the right to come out here and say, no, we promised you that just to get you here. Now that you're here, we know that you think with your ego too. We will not fulfill all the promises that we've said to you. Yeah, this is your new world. This is your new life. You just have to sit there and hope that we have integrity. We are people of integrity and that we'll keep our word. But who knows? You're living with corrupt people now.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? There's a reason why we were known to be corrupt when we had the presidency.
I hope that you were
In
smart.
Jacob Zuma.
I hope that you were smart, Shivambu.
How smart can he be? How smart can he be?
However they got you to go to MK, you've got it on paper and signed and stamped and notarized.
According to him, MK is the number one progressive party in South Africa. And that MK is out here with the traits, with the ambition, with the vision, with the passion to liberate the people of South Africa. What we know is the reason why Floyd Shivambu got in politics in the first place, the reason why he rose to this supposed political level that he is now, is because he believed in repatriation of land without compensation, some form of land reform, together with his comrade since the Youth League in Julius Malema. Now that he's joined this big party, let's see. You're going to hope and cross your finger and wish that this leadership of the MK doesn't change their word.
Yeah.
And that they really, really treat you well.
And-
because they know that you wouldn't want to run back there.
Yeah.
It would be too embarrassing. They know that you know that.
Yes. Because right now, national organizer, you are literally just they literally just asking you to give them the same fame that you gave EFF.
Yes,
Somehow.
we know that you have the skill to know how to build a party.
Yeah.
Come and build us up.
That's all we want from you.
But the leadership is them, huh?
The one sitting that you're going there to greet.
Yes.
That is them.
Yeah. And yes, come. We love you. Come.
It's all good and dandy in the beginning. Everyone is all smiles and giving you this and giving you that. But behind closed doors after 10 days, it's gonna come.
Exactly. Their time in the ANC Youth League was marked by several high-profile confrontations with the ANC leadership, particularly with President Jacob Zuma. Malema's outspoken nature and willingness to challenge the status quo eventually led to his expulsion from the ANC in 2012. Shivambu, who was closely aligned with Malema, was also expelled, marking the end of their careers within the ANC and setting the stage for the formation of the EFF. It's right there. It's like right there. Floyd Shivambu doesn't have any backbone. When Floyd Shivambu was ANC Youth League spokesperson working with Malema, under the senior leadership of Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma expelled you before, you Shivambu. He expelled them because they were talking too much there. Listen to this one very well, Black South Africa, because this one needs to go straight to Black South Africa, because Black South Africa is unable to see this shit. You see what I'm saying? When Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema were misbehaving when they were part of the Youth League, Jacob Zuma, as the president at the time, told those ones, hamba. Expel the hell out of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
At least in Julius Malema, we saw a spirit of leadership. He said, okay, we shall go because we stand for something. Repatriation of land without compensation, land reform. Floyd, you want to come? You want to do this with me? Yes, let's go. Floyd is a follower. He's not a leader.
Yes.
The same way he followed Malema to go and create EFF is the same way that he's running back to MK, the same people that chased him before. Jacob Zuma is the one who expelled them before. And now Jacob Zuma is out here back saying, come. And Floyd Shivambu with a tail between his leg, he went back.
Yeah.
That's not a spirit to follow, man. Why would you go back to the same guy who expelled you before? Get out of here. Okay, come back here.
You have a bit more experience now. I think I need it. I need it.
You've proven yourself. Come, do this here. We are a progressive party. And then Floyd Shivambu comes out there. I'm a revolutionary. You know, he has to find something to say. He wants to hide under the banner of being a revolutionary.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I want to be with a progressive party that is. I want to be with this. I don't want to be with a party that is authoritarian. He's a betrayer.
He's just betrayed.
He messed up, and this will actually come and bite him in the air, in the back.
Yeah, of course.
Should I have said it to bite him in the ass then? Yeah, you do bite him in the ass because you know what? When they were expelled, you went out with Julius Malema and the whole country we saw. You built a new party. The EFF is a party to be reckoned with. Look what you did. Yes, the same guy that expelled you has now built MK, Jacob Zuma. He calls you back. You leave your comrade, your brother. You leave your brother who stood by you. You worked with Julius Malema as in the Youth League. And when you were both expelled, Julius Malema still kept you.
Yes. He says, come.
To be a part of this new party. And today you, Floyd Shivambu, you betrayed Julius Malema.
He gave you a platform. Nobody would know Shivambu.
Hey,
without Juju.
You see, look, we don't need these types of people in the EFF. And whoever is out here also planning to leave, you better leave now. Yep. Just like Julius Malema said, we don't need these people here. You see, it's good to get rid of these people before we get in power.
Yeah.
We don't need traits of Shivambu out here now. We need all of them to go. South Africa will continue to see how the message and the vision of the EFF will not change. It's still the same vision that Julius Malema had since he was the president of the Youth League in ANC, land reform.
Because that's how you know that he truly believes what he is fighting for. Shivambu is a 50-50 type of a guy.
He's a two-faced guy.
Yes.
You know why he's two-faced? Because he came out here during the formation of this GNU to speak so highly of the EFF, and then the next day, immediately, bang, I'm joining MK. Yo, Shivambu, we didn't see this coming, huh?
I remember when I saw that headline, I was like,
we did not see this coming. This is what you call a two-faced type of person. And then he's still out here same confidence, same expressions, speaking so highly of an MK party that you don't even know.
But somehow, when I look at his picture now with a different color hat, he just looks dirty.
He
like
looks
he's unshaven and stuff like that.
He looks misplaced.
Yes.
Now, you know what would be the funniest thing about Floyd Shivambu? Is the fact that we've gotten used to seeing him as a fighter.
Yeah.
In Parliament, in that red overall. We've gotten used to seeing Floyd Shivambu in that Labour's uniform that represented the progressive nation, the people of South Africa, black South Africa, majority. Now, he's going to be out here wearing suits and ties, acting and sounding like all the same freaking politicians that come out here and lie left, right, and center.
Yes, I mean...
You are not allowed to wear the overall no more. That would be the day. Let's see this freaking tie. You've gone back to join the establishment.
Yeah, because the EFF, the way they wear those overalls, it means that they are part of the people. They are the people. They are fighting for the people.
They show that.
Yes, they show it in how in their attire. Now, if you come there with your three-piece suit,
let him come with it, and then we're gonna see it. It's gonna be so funny to look and say, "Hey, look at this one.
You're wearing a tie. Yo, Shivambu."
Complete change.
Yes.
I don't think Floyd Shivambu thought about the fact that he will now have to show up in Parliament with a freaking suit instead of the red overall that made him look good. He never thought that far. He only thought with his greediness when these businessmen from MK approached him to persuade him to join that party.
Yes.
He did not think this far. I'm sure in his head right now, only after he's already quit, he didn't renew his membership. Only after he did this press conference also with the MK, only now he got an epiphany. Oh, wait a minute. I'll have to wear a suit now.
There's no more red beret.
No more red beret.
Oh.
No more red overall. South Africa is going to mimic me a lot, huh? There's going to be a lot of memes now.
Yeah, I cannot come in dancing into Parliament anymore.
You cannot stand there like that no more. So embarrassing.
Yes.
Even when he'll have to sit with them.
It's like you're going to be whipped into shape.
Crazy. Formation of the EFF. Circumstances leading to expulsion from the ANC. The expulsion of Malema and Shivambu from the ANC was a turning point in their political careers. Their radical stance on economic issues, particularly their calls for nationalization and land expropriation, and had alienated them from the more conservative aligned elements within the ANC. The final straw came when Malema was found guilty of sowing divisions within the party and bringing it into disrepute. So that's when they decided. Following the expulsion, Malema and Shivambu found themselves at a crossroad. Rather than retreating from the political arena, they decided to form a new political party that would continue to champion the radical economic policies they had advocated within the ANC Youth League. This decision led to the formation of the Economic Freedom Fighters in July 2013. We know all this.
Yeah.
The EFF was established with a clear vision to be a radical and militant economic and emancipation movement that would fight for the interests of the poor and marginalized in South Africa. The party's mission was to advocate for the nationalization of mine, banks, and other strategic sectors of the economy, as well as the expropriation of land without compensation. Malema was elected as the commander-in-chief, while Shivambu was appointed as deputy president. Their partnership was instrumental in shaping the party's ideology and strategies. The EFF quickly gained traction, particularly among the youth of South Africa, who were disillusioned with the ANC and its perceived failure to address economic inequality. However, in early days of the EFF was not without challenges. The party faced skepticism from established political players. They were concerned about its ability to sustain itself financially and organizationally. Despite these challenges, the EFF managed to secure over 6% of the vote in the 2014 general elections, making it the third largest party in the National Assembly. Anyway, that's like some big whatever. That's just a recap. Everybody knows about this recap of, let me go to, everybody knows about the formation of the EFF and the fact that they were expelled
from the ANC.
From the ANC Youth League. And they lost their freaking membership. It's a good thing because that's ANC is corrupt. Actually, ANC is there no more.
It's not an ANC anymore.
That's the DA government of national unity. In 2024, South Africa's political landscape was rocked by the news that Floyd Shivambu had resigned from the EFF and joined the newly formed MK party. The announcement came as a shock to many. Given Shivambu's long-standing partnership with Malema and his role as a co-founder of the EFF, the reasons for Shivambu's departure were the subject of much speculation. Some reports suggest that the ideologies differences between Shivambu and Malema had finally reached a breaking point. Others pointed to internal power struggles within the EFF, with Shivambu reportedly feeling sidelined in decision-making processes.
No. I don't think so. That is just for paperwork.
Yeah, something. But this is, if you really just think about it a little bit, this is definitely the reason why he wanted out of the EFF.
He wanted a bit more of a decision-making role.
Because he was a co-founder of the EFF. So he wants to be able to say, no, we cannot do that. You know what some people think? Floyd Shivambu really also wanted the EFF to join other progressive parties. To basically join this MK. They wanted it to unite. Floyd Shivambu wanted the EFF and the MK party to unite, making it to be the #1 progressive party in South Africa. As of Julius Malema is not interested in working with Jacob Zuma.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Not again.
Yeah, he has visions of himself. He wants to be the commander-in-chief. He wants to be one day the president. If they were to join forces now, how can Malema ever be the president of South Africa? It would have to be the president of the MK party. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only way Julius Malema will allow some sort of coalition or merge between these two parties is if he still remains somehow the leader of that particular party. He doesn't see a day like that with Jacob Zuma in place. Jacob Zuma is still out here with his own ambition.
His own agenda.
Yes. To rule South Africa again.
Again, he wants that presidential role. Yes. So Julius Malema is not going to give that up for anything.
There's no leadership for Julius Malema in MK should the EFF merge with the MK.
That's what Shivambu got. There's no leadership position for Shivambu in MK.
Shivambu is not a leader. Floyd Shivambu is not a leader. He's a follower.
Yes.
Yes, he was a spokesperson in the Youth League. He was just but a deputy in the EFF. And now he's just a national organizer in that MK. He will never be the president of MK. His political career is limited. He can never be the president of a country. His only hope is if one day perhaps the MK wins and they decide to appoint him maybe as Minister of Finance, because that's where perhaps he's got some traits. But there's no leadership quality here. Leaders don't follow people around.
Yeah.
Especially when the same people expelled you before and you run back to Jacob Zuma, he who expelled you when you were down there. There's no way he can do like anything significant with his political career no more. We know your face, you're famous, but in terms of holding a major title, to be a true, he will never be seen for any form of revolutionary.
Yeah, no.
If the MK makes it to power and somehow the MK does that revolutionary thing and liberate people, Floyd Shivambu's name will never be there.
His name was not going to be in the books.
Yes.
If he had stayed with EFF, he would have gone down in history with that.
Yes.
With any changes.
If MK wins and MK is able to do certain things, they will say Jacob Zuma did it.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, he collected the pawns left, right, and center. He collected these pieces left, right, and center, and so be it. But he was never the one.
Yeah.
They'll always remember Jacob Zuma. Now, Floyd Shivambu is out here still saying, no, it's not about, if I can hang posters if I have to. I can be led by a collective. I don't mind. But my true vision is to liberate the people of South Africa. Oh, please. He doesn't have such freaking passion.
No, he's a flip-flopper in his beliefs.
Yes, he jumps ships.
You can clearly see that he's a flip-flopper.
And that one, because Malema is, she said, spot on. And that one, because Malema is like Mugabe, he won't surrender his position. That's the sad part. Why would you want Malema to surrender his position?
Yes.
Why?
He built something. He's fighting for something that he truly believes in. And this gave him his platform.
Surely there should be a form of respect
Yeah.
to Malema on some level.
There has to be.
The fact that he was expelled as a youth league, and then he went out there, created his own party, and that party is so significant. Surely there's certain traits you should respect.
Yeah.
Yes. Traits that no freaking South African has shown here.
Yeah. He's persistent in his beliefs. He's standing up for what he knows will make South Africa great and what will make Africa good. So, yeah.
Jacob Zuma was able to form MK and make MK the party that it is now 6 months later because Jacob Zuma was once a former freaking president, man.
Yeah, he had the connections.
Some people will come out here and say, yeah, but look what Jacob Zuma also did. You can't just say Julius Malema is the type to leave ANC and have the ability to create the EFF. Jacob Zuma also did it. And now they're forced to be reckoned with. Look, that's a former president. Julius Malema was never a former president when he left the ANC to create the EFF. He started from the bottom, and now he's here.
I was just about to say that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Jacob Zuma did not start from the bottom. He was a former freaking president. It's very different. We're talking two different games here. You understand? You can't compare the two. Would Jacob Zuma be able to create his own party by himself at that age? At that age. Look, if these people just take the time to just think a little bit, they'll say there's certain traits in Malema that they aren't in a Floyd Shivambu. Look, Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema are not on the same level, by the way. They just put that down there.
Yeah.
Julius Malema, this Jacob Zuma. There's different traits here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
One is the leader and one is not.
Yes.
It's just something very simple.
Jacob Zuma is not a leader, really, because even when he was a president, he couldn't keep his party in order. That his party decided to even go against him.
Yeah, they rebelled against him. His own party, the people that's supposed to push him up, support him.
The people that are supposed to abide by everything that him, the leader, was saying.
Yeah.
They were supposed to believe in his vision. However he was doing his deals or whatever he was, whatever the mission was. If he was a true leader, if he was really, truly charismatic, if he was able to really do all of that, his own people would have never been turned against him. They would have never done that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
This one, what Oberman says, Zuma's admin voted for the invasion of Libya while he was president.
Woo! That's a big one, huh? That's a big one.
Really?
He's talking about Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah, I know.
He's taking it all the way to the north of Africa. In Muammar Gaddafi. If he did, then that's messed up because we love Libya and we hate the fact that Libya was invaded.
Yes.
Yeah, because we love Gaddafi. We love the fact that Gaddafi had a bigger goal for the whole motherland.
We'll look into that to see if it's true.
Yeah, I don't know if you did it,
be
but
able to see it, but I don't know.
yeah. So that is where was I now? Yeah. In a press conference following his departure, Shivambu cited irreconcilable differences with the leadership of the EFF as the primary reason for his resignation. He expressed concern that the party had lost sight of its original mission and had become more focused on power and influence rather than genuine economic emancipation for the poor. These puppets will always come out here and give an explanations for their action. This particular Floyd Shivambu that's not out here who has decided to join MK will definitely come up here and tell you something to believe.
Of course.
He's a smart cat. He studied. He's got 2 degrees under his belt. He's not gonna come out here and say some shit that will shine a dark thing on him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. He will want to be put into some sort of a positive light on why he's made the change.
The fact that Floyd Shivambu is out here saying that the mission of the EFF or political power or Julius Malema's vision changed and that they are no longer for the mission or for the goal for its original whatever. The fact that he's come out here and said that says that there was dispute between the parties.
Yes.
No, between them. Between the leadership of the EFF.
Juju and Vambu.
Him.
Yeah.
Between him and Malema, who are the founders of EFF. So the two founders of the EFF, Malema and Shivambu, couldn't see eye to eye anymore.
Yes.
Yes, because they're saying to each other, let's keep going this way. According to Shivambu is saying, no, he's changing.
We should try a different way. Maybe if we go this way, this way, this way, we can still get to that way.
Shivambu is saying Malema is out here just being an authoritarian, a dictator. He wants things to run only his way. I'm supposed to be a co-founder of the EFF, and the mission is supposed to be repatriation of land this way to liberate the people of South Africa. But I can see that there's a power struggle here. Malema only wants certain things that personally benefit him. That's not a part of the vision. So I'm going to leave this party. That's the explanation that Shivambu is giving to the public.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But Shivambu, when did Malema become this way? When MK was formed? When MK became the third party or the second most progressive party? Only 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Only after the election that Malema became this way? Why didn't you leave before?
Yeah, when it became convenient for Shivambu to see him as a dictator type of a thing.
Just now?
Yeah.
And if it was just now, man, you jump so fast.
You didn't give him a chance.
You didn't give him a chance? You didn't see how it will go a year from now? Perhaps you will come back to the Malema that he is? Why? Why you jump so quickly? And if it's about revolutionary, if you truly are a revolutionary and you stand for that mission that you say Malema is moving away from, repatriation of land, the emancipation and all this kind of thing, liberation of South Africans, why didn't you join another progressive party like the UDM?
Yes. Why MK?
I'll tell you why MK. Because Baba said, come back. You've proven yourself. You see the way Jacob Zuma laughs. He just I bet you Julius Malema is gloating. He's just thinking, Malema. These people, they like to talk too much, these people. They just talk. Zuma. Yo, Shivambu has no freaking morals, huh?
No. I know.
Men.
I really liked him, but this just showed me just like a cowardness part of him.
Black South Africa, your Floyd Shivambu has no backbone and he has no, that thing is not there. He has no pride.
Yes.
Floyd Shivambu has no pride, no pride at all. Jacob Zuma chased you when you were just a youth league spokesperson. You went out there, you built something as a co-founder of the EFF. Today they call you back when I come. And you go back with no pride. Even if he has a vision of revolutionary, fix your shit in the EFF and stay there, remain committed.
Yes.
He's a betrayer, this Floyd Shivambu man.
Yes.
This one, I'll clip it for them and I'll put it on that freaking TikTok for Black South Africa to hear. They'll say Rules Voices speaks the freaking truth out here. We're authentic with this shit. We don't care if Jacob Zuma changed. We don't care if he's no longer corrupt. But the fact that you betrayed your own Julius Malema to go to this person who once chased you before, how the hell are you going to face him? How the hell is Shivambu going to stand up there to Jacob Zuma and present certain things and want to say, this is how we must do, this is how... What? I chased you before, I can chase you again.
Yes, man.
Shut up, you're not a part of the leadership. You're just a national organizer boy.
He said footsack once, they're going to say footsack again.
Yes. Oh, wait now. You're talking to Jacob Zuma here. Everybody knows the boogeyman. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
This Floyd Shivambu, he's not on the same level of a Julius Malema. You see, we only want to follow leaders like Julius Malema who have a backbone. People who stand with pride. This Floyd Shivambu will come out here and try to confuse the public and say, no, his vision has changed. It's like this is authoritarian. What? As a leader, you must have a backbone. You cannot be easily swayed. Hey, look at this one. Anyway. I don't even remember where I was. This Floyd Shivambu is out here pissing people off, huh?
Yes, man.
But EFF is chosen. EFF is destined for greatness. The day will come. Julius Malema is only about 43 years old.
He
You
still
see what I'm
has
saying?
time,
There's still
yes.
so much time. Let all these snakes that are a part of the EFF leave right now. They must go.
Yes, they are coming out of the weeds, those snakes.
For you to be a progressive party, you have to be unapologetic. You see, you need to have a leader that's unapologetic. You need to have a leader that's has the rhetoric of a Julius Malema.
Yes.
Not these out here, not these ones who've obviously been in power before, like the Jacob Zuma, and they did nothing for South Africa. The same South Africa that's here is the same one that once said Zuma must fall.
Yes.
It's the same South Africans. And this Floyd Shivambu was out there in Parliament challenging Jacob Zuma. You must speak here. You must answer the question, when are you going to pay back the money? You must pay back the money. You must pay back the money. Now he's going out there. When not? You say, I must pay back the money. When I sit here. Sit here. You understand, huh? So embarrassing.
Yes,
So
man.
embarrassing. I don't give a crap how big the vision of MK is.
It's like your credibility has just gone down.
He's a
the
weasel.
drain.
He's a weasel.
Ew.
He's a weasel. This is total betray. Betray. Disloyal. Total betray. Disloyal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
This-
Malema, if he comes knocking on your door, and he will, you better think twice.
No,
3,
Malema
4,
can take
5
him back.
times.
Malema can Malema would take him back out of genuine love.
But not in the same position.
That can be discussed later, but I have a feeling Malema would take him back out of genuine love. This supposed narrative that exists out here, the way Black South Africa thinks that Malema is a dictator, is not true. Malema is a passionate individual.
Yes.
That's why he speaks the way that he speaks.
And he loves every member of his EFF.
Yes.
I know that. That is clearly seen. But this act of Shivambu, it has to be like just rethinked.
Malema would take this fool back if this fool comes back to the EFF.
fool.
He's a fool, man. He's a fool. Why would you leave such an honorable party? Are you forgetting the reputation and the respect that the EFF has in the entire Africa?
Yes.
In the entire Africa, they respect the EFF. Africa wanted the EFF to win. Africa doesn't know the freaking MK. Hey.
Goodness, listen to this one. Oberman says Shivambu should have gone to Burkina Faso to get some character training, tutelage of Tuareg.
Exactly.
There
He
you
should have
go.
gone there.
Yes.
He doesn't know what it means. Yes, in that Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore,
Yes.
the type over there, or the character over there, is to say no to the IMF.
Yes, that integrity that he has.
Yes, if he
Yeah.
had gone there for some character training, maybe when these businessmen from MK approached him, he would say, no, thank you very much. You're only but 6 months old. You know who you will be in 2 years.
Yeah, come back in 2 years if you really want.
And besides the obvious facts that's out here, as we see the MK changing its leadership left, right, and center, that means they don't really know what they want.
Yes.
They are not a fully grown party. So you, with all the experience you have, Shivambu, with all you've accomplished, you want to go back there and start over.
Yeah, that
Just
is-
because you couldn't resolve any form of dispute or disagreement that you had with your brother, who you have over 10 years of a relationship with. We don't usually use this word a lot on this freaking platform,
What is it?
but we're gonna use it on Floyd Shivambu because I think he deserves it. Because this movie we didn't see it. He fucked up.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We'll
Yep.
reserve that word only when it's a very drastic type of a crazy type of act.
Yes.
Yes, that's what Floyd Shivambu did out here. You know, that's even rookies don't make mistakes like this. Even a rookie can come out and say, 10 years? 6 months. 10 years? No.
Come on.
Okay, former president, but 10 years? 6 months.
Yeah, it's like, babe, you're starting over.
Even babies will come out here and say, Deputy President, National Organizer. Even rookies wouldn't fold, wouldn't stumble on this one. You're fumbling the football, bro.
You're already riding a bike. You're already riding a motorcycle. Now you're going back to crawling.
He was almost a pilot
Yo.
in the EFF. Now he wants to do the bicycle stuff. You understand? You've betrayed the black South African people because you are almost there for the good and better of South Africans. You see, you say your mission is to liberate the black South Africa or for revolutionary economic freedom for the good and better of South Africans. You are almost there. You understand what I'm saying? You are being seen. You had a platform where you can speak even more. And you went to go and shit on all of that. You betrayed the South African people, not just Julius Malema. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Just imagine all those people, all those EFF supporters who also liked him.
Yes.
How do you think they feel? This is not just a Shivambu Malema thing. That's what these freaking puppets out here always get confused. They disregard public's opinion left, right, and center as they see fit. They're out here freaking making decisions by themselves that only best suits them, according to his own thinking. I wonder how his freaking Instagram is, and I wonder how his followers feel about this. Because some people voted for him because he was a part of that freaking EFF.
You mean Shivambu?
That's Shivambu, yes. That's who I'm talking about. We're talking about this betrayer. Okay, should I have said betrayer for you too?
Yeah, betrayer, yeah.
The betrayer. I think we need to find a better suited name for him. Oh my gosh. Is he Judas? Judas?
No.
Judas? It's
I'm
a
not
form type of
Judas.
betray.
Yeah.
We did not see this shit coming.
Yeah, it's true because actually Judas should be, because Judas
Judas
was
is
there.
the ultimate betrayer.
Yeah, Judas was there.
Yeah.
It was from the beginning.
Yes, he was there. He was part of the disciples.
Yes.
Yes, and he betrayed.
Yes, he smiled with him.
He ate with them.
Yes.
He was a co-founder of that EFF. And he came out there to betray. For a 6-month-old party that belongs to someone who expelled you before. That shit just reeks, man.
No, it stinks.
Like I don't even care what good of a story or how great the opportunity is. Just for my pride alone, I'm not going to go back there to that person that chased me before. They expelled you and you run back there and you want to stand on stage. It's only when he's already there and he's talking like that. He's just looking at people's reaction. They'll say, But at the end of the day, even some people in that freaking MK are saying to themselves, you betrayed your guy like this. Because you must know there's some people in that MK who feel threatened in their positions.
Because he's joining.
Yeah, who probably saying, this Shivambu is now here. He's gonna take the position I thought I would have. And that's messed up. And so therefore, let me create a negative narrative or opinion about him. Anyway, he's a betrayer. Look what he did to his 10-year-old relationship co-founder.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
His own party. Technically, EFF is his party.
Even if this Shivambu spends 5 years in that MK, we will forever know. Even if he spends 10 years in MK, we'll forever know this one has the traits of changing anytime and bouncing for a better opportunity, for a party that might have a former president. He's an opportunist, this one.
Yeah.
We will forever know, we the public.
Yeah.
Yes. It's insanity.
It's forever in his reputation now.
Yes, forever. Where was I? The MK party, named after the armed wing of the ANC, Umkhondwe Wisizwe, was founded by a group of former ANC and EFF members who were disillusioned with the current state of South African politics. The party positioned itself as a left-wing alternative to both the ANC and EFF, advocating for a return to the principles of the liberation struggle and the focus on social and economic justice. Shivambu's decision to join the MK party was seen as a significant coup for the new party. Given his high profile and political experience, his move sparked speculations that other disillusioned members of the EFF might also defect to the MK party, leading to concerns about the future of the EFF. You can go. Even if 10 members leave the EFF and they go and join the MK party, that doesn't mean that the EFF would start from zero.
No, it's not going to fall.
It's got a leader that started that party from nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is baby stuff. This is very baby stuff. This is actually an opportunity also for Julius Malema to come out, to just remain there.
Yeah.
Actually, Julius Malema excels and performs well in situations like these. Because when he was expelled
From the ANC.
he didn't just run back to Limpopo to sleep. He said to himself, you know what? Okay. I'm going to create my own party.
Yeah. I can do that.
You see, that spirit is what we South Africans want to see.
Yes.
You see, we the people want to support people who have traits like that. When Julius Malema was expelled, he didn't run back to Limpopo and cry about it. He created a party.
He went and said, no, I can do this.
I'll create a
I
party.
have my own beliefs that will make South Africa great.
I will create a party.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Does the MK support a united Africa? I don't think so. I have yet to hear it, huh?
I'm not sure.
I know they keep putting the African... Some of these parties are out here putting the entire African map here. But we don't even freaking hear anything to come out of these freaking parties to talk about Africa Unite.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're quick to want to use us and to use these terms and to use these maps, these flags that encompass the whole African map. But they don't talk in terms of how far does your message go.
Yes.
Liberation of the South African people only.
That's all they talk about. Only South African
It stops with South Africa.
Yeah.
It doesn't go on towards Cairo or Burkina Faso.
That's too far.
That's it. No, if you don't have it in you, you don't have it in you. If your vision isn't that far, it's not that far. It's only given to certain people.
Yes.
Yes. Malema, or rather EFF's vision, we can see.
And they have also said it. They are also concerned about the other African countries. They are also concerned. They talk about it.
The EFF, Malema.
Yes.
Oh, of course, man.
He's outspoken about it.
Malema is out here to make sure that we are able to do things as Africans. We should get rid of all these freaking borders.
Yes.
Julius Malema, Jacob Zuma has been president before. We didn't hear any sort of advocacy. We didn't hear nothing like that.
No.
Jacob Zuma has been to the top. Did he unite Africa? Did he go to Burkina Faso? Did he land there? We didn't see any of that. He was just flying towards BRICS.
Yeah, he just created BRICS.
Yes, let's form BRICS. He didn't create BRICS. He was part of it.
Part of the founding.
You cannot give him so much credit.
Sorry, yeah.
There were certain good things that he did. And like, the eradication of that freaking disease.
Yes.
HIV was big in his presidency.
Yes.
And he helped to slow that thing down a little bit.
Yes.
Anyway, and he was part of the formation of these BRICS. But what did he do for you, South Africa? What did he do for you? What? And what did he do really perhaps for the rest of the African continent? We don't know.
We don't know.
Yes, and we will perhaps never know.
So I'm not sure if they are for United Africa.
Shivambu's departure from the EFF led to a fury of speculations about the state of the party and the relationships between Malema and Shivambu. Reports suggested that there had been a significant falling out between the two leaders, with some sources claiming that Malema felt betrayed by Shivambu's decisions to leave. Yes, in a statement following Shivambu's resignation, Malema expressed disappointment but refrained from directly criticizing his former ally. I told you there's no traits like that by him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to speak negatively about him because that's his brother. You can see that actually.
He acknowledged Shivambu's contribution to the EFF but insisted that the party would continue to grow and thrive without him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will be missed, but we will still grow.
It was not Shivambu's idea to create or to form the EFF when both him and Malema were expelled from the ANC. Despite Malema's public show of unity, rumors persisted that the EFF was facing a potential crisis. There were reports of other senior members considering leaving the party and concerns that the EFF's electoral prospects could be severely affected by the internal turmoil. In a press conference following his resignation, Shivambu provided more details about his reasons for leaving the EFF. He accused the party's leadership of abandoning its commitment to the principles of economic freedom and instead becoming focused on personal power and influence. Shivambu also criticized the party's stance on coalition policies, arguing that the EFF had missed opportunities to effect real change by refusing to collaborate with other parties. Yes. I think you should go for this one.
I was just about to say, actually. Okay. Malema, in his response, downplayed the significance of Shivambu's departure. He insisted that the EFF remained united and focused on its mission, and that the party would not be distracted by internal debates. However, Malema's body language and tone suggested that the split had deeply affected him, leading to speculation about the future of EFF.
You know what? I saw that too.
Yeah.
I could see, but he wasn't sad about it. He was just, it's a serious thing.
It's something that shook him.
I mean, did you expect Malema to be there smiling about this? I mean, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah.
He sat the same way I would probably sit too. I would also sit like this.
I mean, your demeanor would change if someone that you grew something with, it just automatically just decides to leave.
Yes, because at the end of the day, this was a freaking betrayal.
Yes.
Malema has character because he took this betrayal with honor.
Yeah.
Shivambu came out here and did something completely snaky. A betrayal, disloyal guy.
Yeah.
And Malema still had the character and the dignity to come out here and say, he's free to do what he wants. And I'll always respect him. He's my brother. I felt the same pain when my mother passed away, when I heard the news. It was a shock to me too. But we wish him well. And if he wants to return, our constitution says members who leave cannot come back. But because he's a co-founder, he's welcome too. We will take him back. But yes, we will respect. That's honor.
Yeah. That's taking things taking things straight on, man.
Yes.
There's no two ways about it.
You must have pride. Malema has pride. Malema is also saying to himself, hey, I can do this without you. The same way he told this freaking ANC when they expelled him as the youth of the League, I can create my own party. You think he's going to be out here shutting down because one particular individual or two or three or four decided to leave the VFF? I've done this from scratch before.
Yeah. The potential effects of EFF's electoral prospects. Shivambu's departure from the EFF and his move to the MK party had immediate implications for South Africa's political landscape.
For South Africa's political landscape. Yes. Yeah, it's shifting everything. Do you know what's the craziest thing? All of those freaking parties that are a part of the GNU are freaking gloating right now. All that freaking GNU that consists of the DA and the ANC and all those DA ANC members are so freaking happy about this freaking shit.
Yeah.
Yes, they're saying to themselves, look at those freaking little progressive parties. They can't even freaking make up their mind. We have no opposition as the GNU. People like Gayton McKenzie also.
Loud.
They say, look at that EFF. Even Cyril Ramaphosa, those members in the ANC, they're saying to themselves, even the DA, saying these freaking progressive parties, the opposition is in chaos right now. MK is only 6 months old. The only other one that had some sort of significant out here, the 10-year-old party, is facing some major turmoil internally. We have no opposition. We're going to grind. We're going to eat for the next freaking 30 years.
Yeah.
Oppenheimers are so freaking happy. Oppenheimers, the people who support this supposed national government of national unity, they're so freaking happy that the opposition are freaking fighting among themselves. They can't even come together.
They're liking the tension. Yes.
They like the trouble that exists between the progressive parties.
They say the EFF, which had been one of the fastest growing parties in the country, now faced the prospect of losing significant support, particularly among the members who were loyal to Shivambu. The MK party, on the other hand, positioned itself as a new force in South African politics, with the potential to attract not only former EFF members, but also disillusioned ANC supporters. The party's emphasis on returning to the principles of the liberation struggle resonated with a segment of the population that felt alienated by the current political establishment.
It's not going to be a surprise when we see more members leaving the EFF to join the MK. It's not going to be a surprise to see more members leaving the ANC to join the MK. Because majority of people out here are followers.
Yeah.
Very simple there.
Yeah.
Some will follow Shivambu, some will follow Jacob Zuma from ANC or EFF.
Yeah.
Because majority of people aren't leaders. That's not a shock.
Yeah, they're inconsistent in making up their minds.
And some of those people know that their political career will never go anywhere. They eat because of those particular individuals. They are puppets. Floyd Shivambu has puppets.
Yeah.
I told you there's levels to puppets.
Yeah.
Some puppets will follow him to MK. Just like some puppets follow Jacob Zuma from either EFF and from ANC.
Yes.
There are puppets. There's levels to this. This is a small puppet, a small puppet, a small puppet, until you get to Jacob Zuma.
And then they become experienced puppets.
Yes. Even puppets have letters. They know. I got to climb the ladder of a puppet until I get to a specific, recognizable position of a I'll still be a puppet, but at least I'll be hired and I'll have puppets under me too. Yes, it's a puppet world out there.
Yes. Shivambu's move to the MK party also had broader implications for opposition politics in South Africa. The split within the EFF highlighted the challenges faced by opposition parties in maintaining unity, coherence, particularly in a higher competitive and fragmented political landscape. The emergence of the MK party added a new dimension to South African politics, creating a potential rival for the EFF and the ANC. Yes, of course. The party's focus on social and economic justice, combined with its emphasis on the principles of the liberation struggle, could attract a significant following, particularly among young voters. Yes, those ones whose minds can still be
swayed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they're just followers. They don't think for themselves.
Yeah. The split also raised questions about the future of the coalition politics in South Africa. With the ANC facing declining support, the role of smaller opposition parties, including the EFF and the MK party, would become increasingly important in determining the country's political direction.
Yes.
Yes, that is a very good statement.
Yes, for sure. What did my guy say here? I cannot see the attractiveness of MK without Zuma.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's true.
It's Zuma's party. So if Zuma's not there, no one is going to want to follow that MK.
And everybody knows that Zuma created that party because of revenge.
Yes. So sometimes I think people are just joining MK just to see what's going to happen. I'm going to be part of the action. I'm going to know what's going to happen first.
You know, all of those people, they get money, they get paychecks.
Of course.
All of these members, all of these people that are under that party, they all get paid.
Yes.
It's jobs. Without this, what would they do?
I wonder who's funding.
Jacob Zuma says to himself, look, I have a crowd, I have followers. Let me create a party. It's like creating a company. We'll talk progressive style. We'll talk progressive. We'll talk liberation. There'll be a lot of money that we will have at our disposal. Why wouldn't I create a party if, let's say, for example, 15 million people follow me in South Africa? Why wouldn't I decide to go into politics if I know I have the following of about 20 million, 15, 10 million people? The moment they vote for me, the moment I get a certain percentage, I'll qualify to be a part of the freaking parliament. And I'll be entitled to the taxpayers' money. It's money. I will just speak progressively. Whether it changes in my lifetime or not, who cares? But it's money.
Yeah.
It's taxpayers' money. The government must allocate certain funds. I'll jump here and there. I'll gain fame. It'll open up certain opportunities. Yes, I will join the MK. Even if I never make it to be the president, even if the vision is never attained, even if we never really get rid of Orania, who cares, man? At the end of the day, it's about money.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's about money. It's about money. We hold the keys to all of those. I'll have a diplomatic passport.
Yes.
I'll be able to travel left, right, and center and create businesses for me and myself on the side. Yeah. Why wouldn't I create a party? I've been a former president. I can even create a party, even if I don't become president. I can even appoint other people to lead that party, to be president of that party. But because I have such a huge following, I'm a former president. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me just do that. It's a form of being in control of the taxpayers' money. Why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah.
These puppets are out here thinking like that.
They are thinking for their own future, for their own pockets.
There's nothing that says that you should only be able to create a political party if we can open up your heart right now and see that your mission really, you truly have a desire to liberate people. No. If we can vote for you,
Yes.
we can vote for you.
Yes,
Yeah. If you have the numbers, you have the numbers. Anywho.
Yeah. The current developments in the EFF. They're saying following Shivambu's departure, there were persistent rumors that other senior members of the EFF were considering leaving the party. Some reports suggested that several members were unhappy with the direction of the party had taken under Malema's leadership and were contemplating joining the MK party or other opposition groups.
They're just lying. They're just following money.
It's just that's it.
They're following Jacob Zuma and his influence and his contacts. All of those leadership in the MK party, like we said before, are people who have experience in high sectors, on political levels in different sectors, ESCOM, Transnet, and like a whole bunch.
Yes.
Yes, so those people, they have ties. They also have brains. They know how to work the system. Yes.
Of course. The speculation about further defections created uncertainty within the EFF, with concerns that the party could face a significant loss of support ahead of the next general elections. However, no major defections have been confirmed at the time of Shivambu leaving. And the EFF leadership remained confident that the party would continue to grow and thrive.
Of course.
Yes, man.
It will.
Yes, it's still going to, man.
It's going to be a very sweet day, the day that Julius Malema becomes president of South Africa. Whether it's next election or the election after that, it doesn't matter. He's still only but 43 years old. It's going to be a very sweet day because we would have seen how far he's come. We would have seen that his vision is still the same. We're going to see that South Africa has maybe grown up. We're still going to give this black South Africa a chance.
Yeah.
Because although black South Africa doesn't know much right now, they're just being swayed between ANC, EFF, and MK.
They're just blowing with the wind, man. They have no sense of stability within themselves. Say, okay, I am an EFF supporter.
They're not loyal.
No.
They're not loyal.
Yeah.
They jump around.
It's like, you either like Castle or you like Black Label. Which one?
They'll
you
drink
cannot flip-flop.
Brother, just give me anything that's cold. Just give me anything that's cold. That's black South Africa.
Yes.
Black South Africa comes to parties, whether it's a political party or a social party, and says, just give me anything that's cold. Whether it's EFF or MK or ANC, I don't mind. I just want something that's cold. That's how black South Africa comes to social gatherings, to parties, or to political parties. Anything that's cold. I'm not loyal to Black Label or to Heineken or to Amstel. I'm not loyal to Jacob Zuma or to Cyril Ramaphosa or to Julius Malema. I go for whatever that is called then. Black South Africa.
Yeah. The split between Shivambu and Malema and the emergence of the MK party would likely have significant implications for the 2024 elections and beyond. The EFF, which had been one of the fastest growing parties in South Africa, now faced the challenge of maintaining its support base in the face of internal divisions and the rise of new political rivals. The MK party, with Shivambu as a key figure, please, could potentially attract a significant portion of the EFF's support base, particularly among young voters who were disillusioned with the current political establishment.
They are disillusioned.
Yes, of course.
They said it.
Yes.
Even this researcher said it.
Yes. So please, man, they don't know what they want. So the outcome of the 2024 elections would depend on several factors, including the ability of the EFF to maintain its unity and coherence, the success of the MK party in attracting new supporters, and the broader political and economic context in South Africa.
South Africa. Is this the conclusion now?
This part, yes.
Yes.
I haven't read that one yet.
Let me read the conclusion.
Okay.
Yes, because the stream is pushing. I think we've said everything about this Floyd Shivambu, about this snake. The political partnership between Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema was once the most significant and influential in South Africa's recent history. Their collaboration led to the formation of the EFF, a party that has had a profound impact on the country's political landscape. However, recent developments include Shivambu's departure from the EFF and his move to the MK party have raised questions about the future of this partnership and the broader implications for South African politics. The split between Shivambu and Malema highlights the challenges faced by opposition parties in maintaining unity and coherence, particularly in a high competitive and fragmented political landscape. The emergence of the MK party adds a new dimension to South African politics, creating a potential rival for both the EFF and the ANC. As South Africa heads towards 2024 elections, okay, that's it. Yes, so that was Floyd Shivambu.
Floyd Shivambu's departure from the EFF.
Yes. Yes, which is
shocking.
It's shocking also, but it's also to be expected because these humans are all like this.
Yeah.
You can never fully trust these humans. This is just a learning lesson also from humans. That these humans can just come out here and be two-faced. They can sit for 10 years with you and then jump.
It's true. It shows like you cannot really trust anybody.
And then bounce.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't really open up to anybody because anybody can just change their feelings and they wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yes. Anyway, this is a long stream, huh? Okay, not that long, but long enough. 2 hours. All is well.
Yes.
I think we'll wrap it here. We'll come back tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow we got Kenya.
Yeah, we got Kenya, yes.
We got Zakayo. We got President Ruto.
He did
Tomorrow,
his things.
okay, what did he do? Quickly, let me just give them a little taste of what's going to come up tomorrow. There's a freaking tax bill happening there. There's a potential reintroduction or introduction of a freaking tax bill.
Yeah, the protests that were happening in Kenya was because of a tax bill that they did not want to be implemented. But now, after the protests have subsided, Zakayo, and his new finance minister decides to reintroduce some of the taxes that they were protesting.
Yes, so Zakayo is out here saying to himself, I have won.
I'm still in power.
I'm still standing. I'm still the puppet that's supported by the West. My Kenyans, my Gen Zs came out here and tried. They got our attention. They got me to dissolve my cabinet, but I was too smart. I reintroduced them back in the cabinet in different positions to fool the Gen Zs, to fool the Kenyans. And now that they have lost all their freaking strength, now that they're too tired of protesting, I am going to reintroduce this freaking tax bill in a different way. I'll perhaps remove certain points, but I still gotta come out here and get some of this money. I need this money.
Because in the end, he still needs to pay back the IMF.
I need to repay these freaking IMF shocks that are on my back. We need to do this again. The Gen Zs are tired. The Gen Zs of Kenya are tired. I need to redo this again. That's what Zakayo is out here redoing. I told you, never take a chance on a freaking puppet. Some Kenyans were out here. I love my Kenyan people so much, but they truly believe that maybe a significant change would happen. Yes, we appreciate the spirit. We love the spirit of Kenyans. There's a difference between the Kenyans and the freaking Zakayo. There's a big difference. We love the spirit of Kenyans. In fact, we still believe that Kenya is the pride of Africa. The Kenyan people, the Gen Zs, are top.
Yes.
They have it in them. They are better than certain freaking Congolese. Congolese who's out here doing nothing about the war in the East Democratic Republic of Congo. They are certainly better than South Africans, Black South Africa, who's doing nothing about Orania. They showed more heart, even more than Nigerians. Nigerians who started protesting but quickly stopped protesting and ran home, all because of a bag of rice.
Hey, they were all given some rice.
Nobody has the spirit that the Gen Zs in Kenya has. It's very hard to find.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We still love Kenya. We'll forever love Kenya. And of course, we have to give a shout out to the Burkina Bay people, Ibrahim Traore, Mali and Niger. Yes. And again, in the same breath, we also have to say, you Rwandese, we still have our eyes on you.
Hey,
we haven't forgotten about you. Some of these Rwandese think that I'm out here not to talk about them no more.
Yeah.
They don't know that we have to talk about every freaking country or people in Africa.
Yes.
Because our mission is to unite Africa, yes, but we don't just gonna come out here and have some cliche statements to say, let's unite, let's unite. We will also simultaneously attack these instruments or these principles that are out here that are opposed to the unity that we want.
Yes.
You understand? That's why we'll speak so loud on Orania, we'll speak so loud on Black South Africa, we'll speak so loud on whatever Rwanda is doing in East Congo, creating that freaking tension or conflict out there, because all of this affects the motherland. Our love is for the entire African country, not just one country. So when these fools are out here, for example, some Black South Africans are out here, we don't want to be a part of that Africa that you want united. We don't want to be a part of that. Go and focus in your own country. You people can keep singing that song, but it comes in here and goes out the other here. Because our mission, our mandate, our goal, our original vision is like Malema's. It's not like Floyd Shivambu's. We are out here to make sure that we unite Africa. We speak in a pan-Africanist way.
Yes.
Yes, united. That's what we want. We want unity.
We want everyone just to get along, unity in Africa.
And while we're at it, you Moroccans are also Africans. There's some freaking Moroccans out here who think they are Europeans. You are African, and you must carry yourself as such. By the way, take that. Yes, there's so many things to say here. Huh?
Take that, yes.
Yes, there's so many things to say here. So many.
Yes, the African continent is huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's if we start going all over the place,
There's a lot.
there's a lot. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate your attention. We appreciate your time. Feel free to like the video, like and subscribe if it's your first time. So you guys, feel free to go through the different videos. We talk about all issues that affect us all.
Yes,
We're Africans first. I'm African first, and then I'm Congolese.
Yes. I'm African first, and then I'm South African.
You're South African, but I'm out here blasting South Africans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are not sensitive to that like that.
No.
Because the goal is big.
What is the goal?
We call a spade even when it affects us.
Yes.
Yes, we're not out here being biased. That shit rhymes too.
Yeah.
Yes, so even if I'm Congolese, I'm out here saying you freaking Congolese should be out here doing something about East Democratic Republic of Congo. You sleeping. Yes. Just like a South African is out here saying, hey, you, what the hell are you doing? There's too much Afrophobia happening over there. You people wake up. We call a spade even when it affects us.
Yes. Xenophobic behavior. Come on. Stupidity, man.
Like I said, South Africa only protests for individuals.
Yeah.
They don't protest to get rid of certain systems that are keeping the whole country back. It's very short-sighted.
Yeah, man.
Yes, that doesn't go too far.
They're only thinking of the weekend special.
Yes. They're just thinking about South Africa. Black South Africa is out here saying to itself, it's important that we have a specific type of Miss South Africa. And they focus there. They put all their energy there. But they don't think about the fact that they should have a a complete united South Africa, or getting rid of these freaking systems that existed before.
Yes.
Yes.
To segregate people.
Yes. They don't give that one takes too much effort.
Yeah.
That one takes too much effort.
Too much brain power.
We can be out here fighting systems like that. Yes. They just want to turn a blind eye to it. And let's continue to just do that. You know, they love the comfort zone. Yeah. Let's just, I'm comfortable doing this. I'm not the type to fight too hard to get rid of this. Yes, because if I do that, it will...
It's going to cause a lot of things that I have to do on this side and then that side. It's too much work in the end.
To be a comrade is not for everybody, huh? A lot of people are out here calling themselves comrade or Pan-Africanist, but they don't have the traits. A lot of people are out here just doing things because it's what is trending. It's what everybody's doing. They're not really truly passionate about it. That's why they can be easily swayed. That's why today they're doing this, tomorrow they're doing that. They can't even stick to one thing and just focus on that. Yeah.
It's true.
Yes, they change their mind too quickly. They don't have a spirit of consistency.
Yeah, to concentrate on one thing, it's a bit too much.
For them.
For some, yes.
For some black South Africa. Yo, I've been on these black South Africans.
For a bit, huh?
Yes, I have to be on them because they go against our vision.
Yes.
They go against our goal. They speak in rhetoric that doesn't stand for that which that we stand for.
Yeah, it's just so, going through the comments and seeing the black South Africans, because we see it's black South Africans. We go to your profile, we see. So it's like, and you just keep on saying, stay out of our country, worry about your country. People, South Africa is also my country. I'm also a person of color in South Africa.
Yes.
I don't want the same things you want.
Yes.
No.
Afrophobia is Afrophobia.
Yeah.
And it needs to be eradicated. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Before we rumble on again, we are grateful that you've been here. Please like the video, like, share, and subscribe. And it's been a blast. It's been a blast.
It's been a blast.
It's been a blast. Yes. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys very much.
Catch you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.